If you miss something, I'm gonna complete the rest of the information, so don't worry.
Yeah. Just trying to think.
How about it?
My notes. So I'm just trying to find my notes. I don't know where they're gone.
Oh, you've been taking notes?
Yeah, I just take little pointers just to, jog my memory when we come back. But I can't find them.
As I said also on the general lore in Channel Info, I did put the Legend of Pendrar in a handout on Roll20, so you do have an idea. You did listen to it last time, but it was kind of late into the session, so many of you might have missed a clue or anything, and it is kind of important for Cinderfall. It is more for lore reasons, but I know some of you really like this stuff, so here is it. It is. And let me put some music as well. Waiting for Talios to bring up his notes, and we should be good to go.
I can't actually find them. I don't know where they've gone.
Okay.
My documents.
No worries. I guess I'll do it again. It is really no big deal. So
Okay, thanks.
I think
I'll keep looking anyway, but...
It's okay. No worries.
No.
So you did manage to find the hunter that goes by the name Kellen, the human hunter. You ventured with him in the Midway Inn, an inn just outside the Mellow Woods that you use to rest, get some sleep, and inquire about recent findings, abductions, everything strange that is going on currently. Since you were on a quest to find out where did the the Magister, the Grand Headmaster of the School of Education of Cinderfall went. After some questions, some inquiries, some clues, you decided to move a little bit northern, towards the trade routes where the kobolds lurk and they try to abduct people. After a swift encounter with them, you followed them back into their cave. In there, you dealt with whole kobold lair filled with traps and bad-made settlement. But you did manage to succeed, bringing down the whole kobold population, except one of two that managed to leave. And you did find the last people that were abducted. One of them was the headmaster. Madeline tried to cure the headmaster, for he was poisoned, a rare poison even, since Madeline would know that her divine powers, could heal the hardest of poisons and disease. Yet this time it did not work. On your way back, the elder human gave you a clue about something that lurks in the mountains, the so-called monastery of the Green Mist. When you saw that landmark from afar, Valen, you noticed a green light popping up, and it gave you a smooth, friendly vibe, almost divine energy that is familiar to you. Returning back and inquiring for more, you managed to find out that the Monastery of the Green Mist is a place where it has been abandoned recently, and only a few of the monks live over there right now. But it is known for some sort of rare herbs. Some of them are medicinal, some of them are for hallucination, cause hallucinations and visions. But all of them are very rare and unique to this particular place. And I believe this is where you left it off. Artosis did give you the bounty for completing the quest. Let me see on the party loot. I think I did put the extra 50 gold. Yes, there are. And that's where we left it off. You decided to get some sleep, go on to the inn and see what you're gonna do the very next day. I remember also Hearth spent some time by the garden inquiring about the pendrar, those weird plants or flowers depending on the view. and if I remember correct, Valen was the one that inquired about the Monastery of the Green Mist. So I'll take you back to Cinderfall. I think I didn't miss something, I believe.
I think so.
The only thing I believe I missed is that Kellen the Hunter was a little bit worried after you guys mentioned to him that there is another hunter on these lands using the same arrows as he is.
Yep, I remember that.
Yes, obviously, you have
Yeah.
had a long rest, no worries. If anybody has an exhaustion level, you can go back to 0. I don't think somebody had one, but in any case.
I don't think so.
Yep. I will be playing Madeline for today, but I'll try to keep it short. Don't want to do some major injustice, that would be cruel. But you decide the very next day, you decide to meet up and see if the headmaster has had any progress with his disease, poison, whatever that nature of it is. Madeline did inform you that whoever did this must be a proficient poisoneer. The elder was the healer of Cinderfall, and he did say that this is something very rare he has never seen before. So you're back on the streets of Cinderfall. After a good night's rest, you arrive by the statue of Pedral, the landmark of Cinderfall, so you know where to meet, as you see Madeline gazing upon the garden.
Yes, it's certainly a good view. I'm just going to join Madeline in silence until we start talking about what to do.
Okay. Approaching Madeline, she turns towards you, Hearth, and say, "So, what do you think? Shall we go look for those rare herds upon the mountains? There does not seem to be a better clue."
I suppose we could. It's one lead, at least.
I mean, I know I want the headmaster to be returned back to full health, not only because that is the right thing to do, but I have some business with him. Hopefully, at least the Circle of Maids, the school of evocation, is now open for everybody. You had some business in there, said last time, Hearth, right?
Not really business, but it's more of an interest.
Well, I personally think that, we've only done half the job. We have yet a job unfinished, right? We set out to bring back this fine gentleman, and we've brought him back, but only in body. He's not truly back. We have not completed the service that we set out to achieve, and frankly, bringing back a poison person in the spirit of adventure. If we are able to find a way to heal him, then that's what we should be doing. We should really go, and I personally just really want to get out to that monastery. I have a brilliant feeling about it, but that's where I'm going to be setting out for. I think to find these herbs or whatever. I'm not really an herbalist type of guy, but I think we should definitely go out and get this mission completed, not just halfway.
I agree, honestly. I think we did say we'd save him, and currently he doesn't seem all that saved. He is just, he's not himself yet. It's sad to see. I do agree. We should probably help him.
Aside from that, there's the we don't know what it is. It seems like those kobolds, they were of course a little bit of a challenge for us, but for for him, I can't imagine that even if they caught him on the trail in a trap of some kind, that he wouldn't have the power to be able to beat them all. So I wonder, where did this poison come from? Because it's not some type of poison like kobolds would use. They're not so advanced to have this poison that no one can cure.
I mean,
They
I do not
are
know much of kobolds, but you can figure it out. I do not know anything about kobolds. They could be smart. You never know.
kobolds are
My
supposed to be on the back end of dragon kind. They are the lesser intelligent creatures, but they always scheme and make traps and small mechanisms. But poison, that's something new.
definitely something worth investigating. But after we go above and beyond and finishing our quest, I suppose.
Alright, I guess it is set. We shall be embarking on going on to the monastery. I assume you might want to take a look at the school of at the mage school, see if there is something that you wanted to find before we venture off, right? That goes for all of you. Says to all of you. As he says that.
Sure. Who knows what we might learn, or who we might meet. There might be some more fascinating people there.
My objectives are with the Magister, so I'll go back to the blacksmith and see if I can repair some of my gear.
By all means.
So Madeline leaves to go back to the blacksmith. Go Hearth.
Well, just one thing before I head into the tower to do some research. I'm going to see about getting some cook's utensils. I have proficiency in them.
Come again, what do you want to take?
Cook's utensils.
Oh, you can buy them if you don't already have them.
I don't. They're just like what, 1 gold?
And I know that Madeline, didn't you say you needed some javelins?
Yep, that's what I'm going for. Blacksmith, repair armor, and get some javelins. By the way, it should be noted that I'm using the encumbrance variant rule. If you see that you are encumbered, that means your speed is reduced by 10, but only that. There is the encumbered and the heavily encumbered status.
Yeah, but it's saying I'm encumbered at only carrying 83 pounds.
I assume your strength would be something like 10. That means if you go excess 50, it is 5 times your strength before you are encumbered, 10 times your strength before you are heavily encumbered, and 15 times your strength before you cannot move at all. That's how it goes.
And I've never actually been encumbered in Roll20. Where would I find that?
Same.
It should be popping up down where your inventory is. Right now, for example, Valen, you have only a total weight of 21. If you add something like, I'll add for now something like garbage and put it 30 libras, even more I guess. See, it pops up saying that you are encumbered.
Brilliant. Yes, thank you.
Talis, did you find it as well?
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yep. Okay. Just keep that in mind. While I say that, remember that since we're using this kind of system, I probably assume this is only going to be work for Talis and Madeline, but it's still worth mentioning. Armor that requires strength, the requirement is now negligent. You can ignore the requirement. It only makes some takes a toll on your speed probably because you won't have enough strength to carry all your stuff. But
Okay.
you neglect the strength requirements pretty much.
Didn't know that.
Yep. So yeah, Madeline goes to buy some javelins and repair her armor. So what would the rest of you like to do? I'll take you on one by one, starting with Talius. What would you like to do?
I've already thought about this.
The maid's tower is now open, as I said earlier, since the
Oh, yeah,
headmaster
sorry.
is back.
I missed that part. I thought because he was still, dead.
They,
They wouldn't like
they
actually
did
open.
get his keystone. They got his keystone at least to open the school.
Yeah.
If there's something, the only part that it is forbidden or strictly off limits, it's his personal library, the headmaster's personal library.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess I'll go. I'll go to the school. If anybody wants to join me, I'm more than happy to
Oh,
be
I
accompanied.
I'd definitely like to go. Who knows what type of wondrous items they may have.
That is
I
true.
don't think I've ever been to a shop of magic.
I have no idea either. We can see what it's like.
But Talius, as we're going, I do have a question for you.
Of course.
Do you need to go to water of any kind? I don't mean to be rude, but you seem to like water, and we've been running around outside of water. Do you need to go in the water?
Not at all. It is completely optional for me.
Wow.
I'm surprised I hadn't been asked this before by other people, but most people just let it slide on by. Yeah.
It
So
took
I've
me
had
a
him.
while to think of it, but I haven't seen anybody else like you walking around, and I just started wondering, do you have some type of contraption or some type of spell that allows you to walk around? Are you the only one like you that I'll ever see on the land?
I do not have like a contraption or anything. I can just breathe air and in the water as well. It is not a problem. I do not know if you'll see anyone like me around. I am looking for someone who would probably match my visage.
Oh.
But he's gone missing, so that's
Oh,
why I'm here.
that's-
That's why I'm out here.
Definitely, if I see anyone that looks like you, I'm gonna yell out to them, and I'll tell them, "Hey, Talius is looking for you."
I
Hopefully
appreciate that, my
they'll
friend.
know who you're. They won't be upset that you're looking for them, will they?
Oh no, definitely not.
Oh, good. Well, let's go to the shop and let's see what type
Alright.
of inventory they have.
Let's go.
Okay, so you do enter Hearth. Are you following them as well, or do you want to do something else? So I know how to split you or keep you all together if needed.
Well, there's some stuff I could just sell off to get rid of some of the rate. I mean, I am the torch. I don't need any torches.
Okay, so for now, Hearth is gonna sort out his. Wait, did an earthquake happen where you are? Well,
Yeah, it was a few minutes ago, but it really surprised me.
You good?
wow, I just saw that. I was like, what the fuck?
Jesus, you alright?
I would assume so if he's talking to us.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so I'll say that Hart for now is sorting his stuff out, see if he can throw some gear, seeing that it is already taking a toll on his physique and his speed, while Valen and Talos are venturing forward into the magical tower, the School of Evocation. In there you find numerous students. Most of them are small wizard's apprentice, and you see kids trying to manipulate fire, playing with braziers, making the fire a little bit grow larger, and then trying to disperse it. You hear a strict human telling them, patience. The first thing about magic is patience and method. Do not ever forget those things. You move a little bit forward and you see a circular library. There are a lot of different books in this place. Most of those are all written by different magisters. There's not like an author's um, etiquette at some point. And I assume you would browse for some time to see what exists in this library. From a very, very quick look and an investigation, you find out that most of those are techniques or former spellbooks of magisters that were delving into evocation magic. You realize that evocation magic is not how it was described to you, for at least most of you. The evocation school of magic is the most vindictive, destructive one, but it can also be used to heal people. Clerics use evocation magic constantly by using their cure wounds or healing words. Spells like that are considered evocation magic. But the main part of this school of spellcasting is fire. Fireballs, scorching ray, burning hands, minute meteors, all of that kind. You can find what's the right word? Notes and textbook and spell descriptions for all evocation spells from level 1 to level 3 or 4. And after a little bit while, as you go through all of that, Valen would like to asks if there are any enchanted cloaks, I would assume, right? Okay, so let's do it. Huh. Roll me an investigation, Valen.
Not bad.
Okay. It doesn't take you a while before you find out different books about dragons. Dragons are primordials that have taken the form of those serpentoid creatures that we all know and love. But that primordial essence, that raw energy, elemental energy they have inside them, they exhale. Some of them use fire, some of them use lightning, cold, acid, poison, depending on the type. From what you're reading, I'll take you to the world map just so you have an idea. You have heard that the marshland on the northern part of the Elvelands was rumored to be hosting a dragon at this place over there. Yep. A black dragon at some point. Though it is unknown if that dragon has been killed, withered and died, or was simply never there, you do see many mentions of black-scaled kobolds roaming the place around. These kobolds that you read on those descriptions do not fit at all the image of the kobolds that you encountered earlier on. Talius, is there something that particularly piques your character's interest?
I'm gonna look at I guess mixing sword fighting and magic. Just books about that.
Okay, give me an investigation.
Okie dokie. Da-da-da. Hey. I'll take it.
Alright. Quickly, you get around see fighters that use evocation and abjuration magic to further on their assaults and their combat prowess. So you do end up inquiring and finding more about the Eldritch Knights. Though, one thing that strikes your interest is another concept, the concept of the sword mages. Sword mages in Eldritch are the ones that you call blade singers. They are from an elven culture only those can be taught this school of magic and the way of the blade. And they are, for the people of the elven culture, some of them consider them equivalent to paladins. They uphold what elven kind really stood out for, their chaotic and free nature combined with their innate spellcasting and the innate magic they inherited from the Feywild makes them a prime example of what a true elf can really become. However, when you go through those books and you probably ask another person over there to give you some notes or help you guide if you can find more about blade singers and sword mages, you end up in a stalemate as the human named Artosis that you have met in the past tells you that there are no more books in the public section of this library about sword mages, and he hardly doubts that the Grandmaster has any as well.
Well, I appreciate all the help you can give me. It's a beautiful collection you have here.
It is only a few. It is a small school of magic compared to other ones, but it does make do. If it wasn't for Araikon and hero Pendrar, it would never exist. He was the inspiration for this school to be built. If he was not a user of fire and instead was an arcane magician, probably this would be a school of abjuration or a conjuration, depending on what other magisters feel like.
It's quite interesting. I did not know that.
He will just add the note that Pendrar, his legends, his acts are all tied very deep with Cinderfall. Whatever Cinderfall represents is what Pendrar represented back then. Hearth, did you figure out with your equipment?
Okay. I'm mostly figuring it out. Figure if I get rid of my rope, my hempen rope, 10 torches, tinderbox, light crossbow with the accompanying bolts, that should get me very close to
You
even.
don't need also 10 rations, right? You can have some of them only. Depending on what journey you're gonna have, you can adjust your rations, not always keep like 10 of them. The path towards the monastery, you know, it would take about 3 days, and most people would suggest that you can resupply over there. There is at least one more monk left up there to guard the place and protect it. He goes by the name of Master Talarn. I'll write it down.
Talarn.
But aside of inventory, Hearth, in the meantime, would you like to do something, would you inquire about something specific in the library so I could give you certain clues? Or...
I'm thinking anything that could connect Pendra with the plane of fire.
Okay, you start inquiring about give me an investigation as well, though. No, don't give me an investigation, let me think. For you it should be history. Give me history, because you can use your knowledge from your plane of existence. Roll me that. Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay.
Ow!
So, quickly you start and go through books that narrate the whole battle between Pendrand and the Great Shadow, the Great Worm, that clouded the whole military outpost that is now Cinderfall. And you see how he used fire and his abilities, but there are also mentions of him fighting other creatures, such as orcs, or even during the time of the Great Orc Wars, he fought Tanaruks. Tanaruks are fiends, and they are inherently resistant to fire damage. While it is noted that they prove to be quite powerful opponents for Pendran, his fire would manage to burn them through the skin, no matter what, ignoring their innate ability to resist the fiery element. You have never met many people in your plane that possess the same power, same the power to burn even the hardest opponents down. It does strike you a little bit peculiar that an elf could do it and not someone from your kind was able to do it. You do find that very, very intriguing and odd. There is no mention though about Pendrod and the Plane of Fire. Not at all, there are no ties over there.
Alright. That's one possible connection severed.
Give me also an investigation. Okay, that is at least a positive one. Tannery. Those are fiends, right? Or devils? Valid.
Demons and devils would both count as fiends.
Yeah, I don't remember what Tannery are. I think Tannery are the fiends, right? And Baltes are the devils. But I'll while figuring it out, the Tanaruk that I mentioned earlier are orcs with the blood of Baphomet, the demon lord of the abyss. So that was what was I referring to. Yep, no worries. So back to the investigation. So Hearth, while you're reading all of those pictures and descriptions and his fighting style and the stories of valor, you get the feeling that he doesn't strike you like a kind of wizard. Pedro doesn't seem to be to strike you like a wizard. He probably reminds you more of your own, like an inherited magic, a gift that he possesses, the gift of magic, fiery magic in particular.
Alright. I'm getting some ideas from this.
On the other hand, Valen, you also said that you would inquire about some magical cloaks or some enchanted armors, you said earlier, right?
Yes, any sort of enchanted armor, I have plain old leather armor. So any sort of really cool armor or a spears, especially because I use a spear. So if there was any sort of magic spear, probably there's not, but I'm gonna look.
Back in the days when this was a military outpost, you would find probably better quality equipment for you. But all that's left in these days from that time are still in the blacksmith and the apothecary. There are some studded leather armors if you would like to go visit the armory and some spears, but if you're looking for some magic items, I'm afraid they are very hard to find.
Oh well, I didn't have my hopes up too much, but I just I'm gonna keep on looking because who knows where you might find a diamond in the rough. Finding a diamond in the rough would be odd, but if I did, then I'd be happy about it.
Can you roll me another investigation as well?
Yes, I can do that. Not very well.
Okay, it still is something that can be translated with it. So you, at some point, as you're reading down books and trying to figure out if you can find any mention of some armor or magic cloak or robes that were in the nearby area, you find none of that. Yet you do find something that does sparks your interest. You read about the robes of an archmage that all of them, whereas they are unknown where you can find them, they do have something very very distinct and separates them from one another. There are three types of robes of the archmage: a white one, a grey one, and a black one, each corresponding with the innate nature of the creature wielding them, wearing them, or adorning them.
That is very interesting to know. So the colors line up to who would be using them. Okay, got it.
Talius, anything else?
No, I think I'm good. I think I've found all I need.
Okay. So yeah, after you spend some time inquiring, reading, and delving deeper into the ways of evocation magic and the lore around it, tied with the city itself, the town, you return back and you see Madeline awaiting you by the statue of Penvar. She now is wielding her new made javelins, and her armor looks polished.
Very nice. Well, I guess we make our way up the mountain then, yes?
Whenever you're ready.
Well, I figured out what to do to lower my equipment rate. I'm just getting rid of my rope, torches, tinderbox, crossbow and bolts, and 4 of my 10 rations. That'll leave me with 6 left.
I can keep some of those for you, and she picks the rations and says, I picked some extra, so we have some snacks to go by. It's not much, but it will make do for the way up there. So we'll add 4 of your rations to Madeline, so she has some. And yep, you start your way over the mountains, the Green Highlands as they are known. After you leave the town, the terrain speaks for itself. All of those hills that first reside and then the mountains back afar that you can see are all filled with that green color of grassland and nature, reveling in the marvel of nature. You proceed with your way, starting from the very bottom of the hills. You know that it is gonna be a long way to the top. Until then, and after that, you do have to move across the mountain peaks. But starting from there, you can only imagine how incredible the view from up top would look. So, did you find anything of interest in the Maid's Tower? Says Madeline.
I mean, I found anything I was looking... Well, not anything I was looking for. I found a bit of what I was looking for in the actual tower itself. I still have more work to do. Trying to figure it out, but you know, any step is progress.
May I ask on what you are studying then?
But he's mixing, you know, fighting and magic at the same time. I think, you know, my mentor, he was quite adept at that kind of thing. He was teaching me how to do it as well, but you know, then he disappeared that day. So I decided if I'm looking for him, I may as well try and improve on my magic before I find him.
I see. you're also on a quest to find a loved one, former companion of yours.
Very much so, yes.
You do move a little bit and proceed to near the bottom of the start of the mountain, the top of the hills, and you hear sounds, sounds of combat further on the distance, as you hear something very, very big swinging a great club and hitting rubbles of stone, trees, and the sounds of a combat between a number of wolves. You cannot tell how many of them right now, and something that moves and makes the whole place shake is partaking, as you hear a loud voice in an unknown tongue going something like "Oshnakuda isti." From afar, behind the woods, you see an ogre fighting those two wolves. The ogre does look beat up. You can see giant bruise on his neck and the big and it has suffered a very hefty hit in his belly. He's currently munching and chopping that wolf's head as he is trying to grapple the other one. The ogre has not taken notice of you yet. What would you like to do?
Can I tell? Are these regular wolves? Are they really giant? Are they glowing? Do they have two heads? Are they just regular dangerous
regular
wolves?
wolves. They are not even dire wolves. They are just wolves of the forest.
I hate to just assume that an ogre creature would be bad, but if I had to pick between the ogre and the wolves, I'm gonna pick the wolves. But gosh, guys, what do you guys think?
I do not
do not know.
think it is something we have to be concerned with. I'd much rather avoid fighting an ogre, even though a wounded one.
I think you're right. So I'm gonna try to make friends with them.
No,
I'm gonna go ahead.
Madeline tries to stop Valen. No, you can move, don't worry. Madeline would try to stop you, but I don't think it would happen. As the giant ogre grabs the second wolf and tries, it takes a big chunk with a bite from it. Valen, you approach near it, and what do you want to say to it?
I'm gonna yell out and kind of wave my hands. I don't have my spear out, but I'm gonna kind of be ready for something. But I'm just gonna yell out, "Hey guys, stop fighting! Let's all get along in these woods."
The ogre turns towards you, and at first you see it jump back, like, obviously afraid of you. He takes a step back, and then says, "Human, you pay now. You did this to me," and starts smacking its great club onto the ground again and again and again.
Gosh. Hey buddy, I didn't do anything. I just met you. Why are you eating wolves?
Ogre hungry. Ogre needs to eat and starts approaching you now. You look like a treat, the ogre says as it towers above you and stands over there. Madeline turns and looks at Harth and Talius, trying to see what they are about to do.
I'm shrugging. I don't know, like, what is going on here?
I'm definitely not food. I don't want to have to hurt you, buddy. We're just passing through. Maybe we could talk instead.
You see Madeline in the back readying a javelin, just to be sure. Harth.
You may not think of us as. Let me just put it this way. You hurt any of us, I'm going to be far too spicy for you to eat.
Yeah. Ogre doesn't like human magma flesh, that much, or sparkly flesh, that much. And it kind of gives a starts hitting with his hand on his tummy. Say, oh, ogre is full now. Ogre need dessert.
Well, you don't. We are currently fine with what we have. You go ahead and fill yourself up on those walls. You've earned it.
Yes, yes. And the ogre takes a few steps back, and as it does so, it marks a line into the ground over here with its great club. A very bad made line, but a line nonetheless, something like that. Wait, I'll do it again. That was done poorly. It makes a line with its great club on the ground. Says, "This is my space. You stay back." And the ogre goes over here and starts munching onto the wolves.
Okay, buddy. Gosh, nature is vicious. I'm just gonna scoot around this line, and I'm gonna try to go where I wanted to go. Hey, ogre. If it's would I know that that's an ogre? Yeah, I know it's an ogre.
Yeah, we
What's your
told
name
you.
there,
It
buddy?
even referred to itself as an ogre.
Okay. What's your name there, buddy?
I would like Talius to not move any further as
Okay.
the rest of you, so I do have an idea. Valen, you say that after you've moved over there or while you're moving over there?
While I'm just kind of walking, keeping my distance there.
Okay. Talius, I only want you to give me a stealth check.
Okay. Will do. Where's my stealth? Not good.
No, that's not good. As you all move across and the ogre starts eating, and Valen, you start asking those questions to the ogre stops for a second. Says, "Wait, you were two. I hear three," and turns back and sees both Madeline and Talius, and it points at Talius. "Ooh, pointy ears. Those are the best part," and starts moving towards you. And you see that it leaves back the corpse of the wolf, picks up its great club. "Come over here, little elf," and starts moving towards you. Obviously you don't have to fight it, but I would like you to roll initiatives.
Okay. Hold on a sec. Click. God.
Okay, so... I tried to lower Madeline's initiative so she's not the first one to go, but that would leave the ogre up, so I will turn Madeline back up, so she's the first one to go. And she will rush nearby Talus and says, "She is no elf. He is no elf, sorry. He's no elf. He's blue, don't you see?"
Yes, exactly. I'm panicking.
The ogre, "Wait, I smell the elf among you," and comes over there and tries to push Madeline away. I'll make
Ooh.
athletics or acrobatics. Let's do athletics with Madeline.
Oh,
But he
wow.
fails. Oh, surprisingly, as the ogre tries to shove Madeline away, Madeline, with the javelin in front of her, just puts it on the palm of the ogre, giving him a stab, and the ogre says, "Oh, why did you do that?" Valen, your turn.
Hey, buddy, I'm gonna have to ask you not to eat my friend. He not only is he not an elf, but he's my friend. So, answer me now. You better leave us alone, or I'm gonna have to be mean to you.
Do you also take steps back as you do that?
No, I'm gonna stand right there.
Hit me? You are small. You can't hit me. It turns towards you. Go ahead and roll me an intimidation, Valen, if you want to. I'll check with the others as well.
It's not going great.
As Valen tries to look as intimidating as he can, trying to warn the ogre to stay away. Talius.
With him being occupied with Valen, I'm going to slowly try and back up behind, I guess, this little bush over here. I hope he doesn't see me.
You can take a stealth action, a hide action.
Yeah, I'll take the hide action, see if that works.
Better over there. I'll assume that's
Over here?
a better way.
Yeah,
These
okay, I'll
are
hide there.
bigger ones. Okay.
That's my turn.
Roll me stealth now. Because
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
of course.
see it yet.
Da-da-da. Hopefully this works this time. A little better. Slowly getting there.
I mean, ogres are not that perceptive. Just the first one was very, very bad. Hearth.
Tony, your odd friend. I can maybe half an hour at most, and I can cook up those wolves you killed into something much tastier.
I like. Roll me in persuasion. I think the ogre can buy that.
He is almost on fire.
I mean, it's also an ogre. And you see Madeline picking up the javelin again, going right by side to Valen. So if the ogre tries to do something, she would try to retaliate of some sort. The ogre says, puts down the great club, raises an arm. Elf, cook the wolf. The ogre doesn't like humans hurting him. Ogre likes elves. Cooked food is no pain. And you see as the ogre touches again the big bruise on its belly and the one on the neck, says, you, and points at Hearth. Cook meat for ogre. You are ogre friend now. And grabs Hearth. I'll assume that Hearth is willing. And
Pretty
takes him.
much.
Yep. And takes him near the wolves. Nice meal. Valen, what would you like to do? As Hearth, I will assume, is doing produce flame or ignite. I think is the one that you're doing, right? The feat that you have. I think it's it.
Well, I have both of them.
Okay, so with a combination of that, you just use your innate magic to cook the wolf's meat a little bit better. Valen, what would you like to do as Hearth has already tried to manipulate and deceive the ogre into, or persuade even, I guess he did persuade it.
I'm gonna let Hearth be his charismatic self, and I'm gonna keep my distance a little bit because I tried to be mean to the ogre and it didn't really work. I tried to scare him. He might not like me too much, but I'm gonna kind of keep over here. But I'm gonna be ready at all times to attack this guy because I'm not really thrilled that he's eating wolves, but I get it. You're in nature, you gotta eat. I get it, but I'm just gonna kind of keep my distance, but be ready to just jump in and fray.
Talius.
I'm still hiding. I'm cowering like a child and I'm hiding. I'm not even looking out.
I mean, you can move at least a portion of your feet, of your speed, and you can remain at stealth It is not paying that much attention.
I'd probably just sit here until everybody's up. I don't want to be too far from everyone.
Okay. Um, you have a passive perception score of 12, right?
Yes. 12.
Okay. Roll me perception because you have proficiency in it.
Okie doke. All these low rolls, goddamn.
A couple of rubble fall from above the cliff up there. You see some small rocks and pebbles fall down. Something probably went by. Then again, it might be just the wind. Hearth is doing the ignite slash produce flame thingy. Madeline will come a little bit closer to both Valen and Hearth. The ogre seems to be very, very much happy right now. For now I'll drop initiatives, and if there is a need for them again, I'm just gonna use them. So feel free to HoD it. As you see that Hearth is cooking for the ogre, and you see the ogre's eyes flash with greed and gluttony as it starts chopping off the wolf meat, the cooked one at least now. Well, burned, but way better than before. Talius Valen, would you like to do something in the meantime?
I don't think so. I'm still hiding way over
I'm
here.
just gonna stay alert, just kind of, cause the thing about he's not so smart, and he's willing to let us do this, but also, who knows how fast that he could get upset at us. So I'm just gonna be prepared, but just hang out, and hopefully we'll all leave soon.
Ditto.
Okay. Can you, Valen, not only Valen, Hearth too, can you both roll me an insight?
And the stellar rolls continue. Thanks for Hearth.
It is okay. Hearth, as you are nearby with the ogre, you see that it starts to take a particularly keen liking on you, and by that, you get a sense that he probably is not gonna let you go after you've done this service. It seems like you have been providing something that he has developed to enjoy right now. He really has a liking for that processed meat that you are serving him. You get a feeling that he might quickly turn into your captor if it continues like that.
That would be no good at all, because we've got things to do.
However, you do get the also a sense that Valen and Hearth, you both take it over. You do understand that this is a very, very dumb creature. It is very easy to confuse or fool. Madeline will move closer to Valen and Tal and say, so what do we do?
I do not know. He seems to have Hearth under his arm right now. Valen, you got any ideas?
I'm gonna try to get Hearth's attention just by kind of waving and.
This is going to hurt, but I'm going to just preparing probably one of the last bits of the wolf, and then create bonfire centered on myself.
Okay, that is weird. I assume that hits the ogre as well, right? It's a 5 feet turn, but you will start centering it on yourself. That would mean that the ogre is very, very confused about that.
Yeah, I'm trying to act like fire's out of control.
Okay,
Run!
and you see the ogre moving around. The ground shakes as the giant ogre moves and jumps around. What did you do? You are no good. Why did you do that?
And are we in the turn order now, or just free actions?
Free action, free actions.
Ugh.
Okay. Hmm. I'm gonna yell out. Oh no! He's on fire! He's gonna die! We're all gonna die! Ogre, run that way! And I'm going to point back the direction we came.
Roll me a deception check. You make that,
Goodness
the ogre
gracious.
goes away.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh.
Fire! Ogre catch fire! And the ogre starts to take a... I think it can move up to 30 feet, right? Something like that. Not 40 even, so 10 more feet. As the ogre takes the dash action and will start running away. Before it stops a little bit, only to notice that there is no fire coming on. Hearth, I would assume that you run back. Also, do you have to make a dex save as well, or are you... you're resistant to fire, not immune, right?
Resistant, not immune.
Okay, so roll me a dex save for your bonfire. So you suffer 3 points of damage. It's always rounded down. And I will also assume that you also take a dash action to run ahead towards the others.
Yep.
Okay, Hearth and now
You have a head
both,
start now.
both you and Talios, Valen and Madeline hear it a second after. You hear movement coming from above. Small creatures, but more than a couple of them are moving up the ledge over there. And at that point the ogre turns to you and says, wait, there is no fire! You tricked me! And the ogre now, we are back on the turn order. The ogre is coming at you. And from the other side, you all notice now a squad of goblins that is coming towards this area. You don't know if they're aggressive or not. They, you, Hearth and Talius, both of you see the goblins pointing at the ogre. I'll roll initiative for those because they have a saying on that as well. But we'll shall see what shall go happen now. Okay, so Madeline says, quickly, hide. And I'll assume she will go over here and try a stealth check. Here, character cities. Bagging. I'll open it again. That's nice. I did roll with disadvantage. Yes, that is correct. But C is hidden right now. I don't think the goblins have that perception. Yep, nope. And nope. The Madeline is already hidden. The ogre now will start running towards you. And will pick a boulder and throw it towards, I'll say Valen. So,
Well, I'm gonna die.
hopefully not.
This is fine.
AC 12.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that is a big one, apparently.
I'm dead.
As the ogre picks up the boulder and throws it towards Valen, the goblins up from over there shout, "Here it is!" And they start striking the ogre down with their sword bow. I think it is on the range. Let me check just to be sure. Yep, that's long range. And a 12 does hit. As the ogre suffers 7 points of piercing damage from a sword bow attack. And another goblin will move a little bit nearby and strike it as well. Wow. Two arrows come directly into the shoulder of the goblin, of the ogre, and the ogre looks in surprise. You? Oh no! Says Valen, roll me death save. Talius, your turn.
Jesus. Oh, nice. I'm going to... Can I go over to Valen and start trying to like move him away?
Yep, you can grapple him and move up to 15 feet.
15
with him.
feet, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I could. I'm gonna go over to Valen and start dragging him towards Madeline. It should be about 15 feet to get there, just to the tree.
Okay, over here.
Yeah.
You drag Talus over there. Hearth.
I look at that ogre. My quote-unquote head turns blue as I start slowly approaching. Oh, poor little fool. There is a fire. I am using Ignite on this trio bus that next to me and saying, I'm the fire.
Okay. Roll me an intimidation.
And I'm using an inspiration to get advantage on that.
If you roll, and if you want to reroll, you use your inspiration. You don't get direct advantage. And no reason to
Alright.
spend your inspiration if you already roll good, so don't worry.
Alright.
Okay, are you keeping that or are you using inspiration? Just so I know.
I think 16's pretty good. If not, I can probably set fire to his club next.
Okay. And the goblin boss from afar says, quickly, quickly, kill it, kill it! And picks up a javelin and readies an attack. And the other goblin will move over here and throw another arrow at it. Wow, those goblins are high rolling for damage at least. And Madeline, on her turn, she will spend 5 points of her Lion Hands and will bring Valen back to life. As he takes a move over here, he quickly heals him and then takes a step back and say, take cover. The ogre now will take a few steps back from the fire and will pick another boulder, but this time it will hurl it towards one of those goblins with disadvantage.
And what was the how much healing did Valen get?
5 points of healing. Okay, and you see the attack of the boulder goes for the leading goblin over here. As the attack moves towards it, the goblin will instead move to a place nearby and have another goblin take the attack for him. As the ogre throws that boulder, the goblin boss just takes a step back and another goblin is immediately crushed by this attack. And that's this poor goblin's turn. Yeah, their one will still shoot an arrow towards the ogre, but that will miss. Fallen, your turn.
Well, I'm certainly not happy with this fella anymore. Tell you what. So I'm going to use a little spell that I've got, and I'm going to try to zap that ogre fella. He splatted me. I don't like him.
Ooh.
However, that does not hit. As you can see, the ogre moves a little bit on the back, and as you get up, you still the wound and the bludgeoning damage that you took from the boulder is still fresh. Your hand spasms. You have a little spasm with your hand as you try to attack him, and your attack fizzles, disperses into thin air. Anything else?
That's it for me. I'm just gonna get up, like you said, and
Get some cover, I guess.
I'm actually gonna do a bonus action on myself because I feel pretty bad. I'm going
That's
to
fair.
use a healing light on myself really quick,
For how
just
much?
for 2
Mhm.
healing lights, d6s, right?
Yes.
So I'll just do 2d6. 2d6.
Ooh,
Lovely.
not great.
Man,
Well,
those dice. It is even on roll 20, you cannot like throw them into the garbage and get new ones, right? So,
oh,
Valen, still shaken from that blow, tries to hit himself, and Talius.
I see that we're fighting now, so I guess.
Currently, the ogre is fighting the goblins, for sure. You don't know what his approach with you will be after this hole is done. Uh, Hart did manage to fear him a little bit after all.
That's true. Valen was trying to hit him. Okay. I will. I don't know. How far can I get? 30 to there, and then it's 60. Um, I'll move up to about here. And I'll drag out my 2 daggers, and I'll just wait. I guess. I'll take the hide action again, or I'll take the
Okay.
dodge action. Just to get ready. I don't know what's going down.
Okay, so what weapon did you pick up? Daggers, you said?
2 daggers. Yep.
Okay, you pick up your daggers and you go behind the tree, waiting to see if an attack comes your way. Hearth, your turn. There should be. I think there is one. Valen.
yep. Max, yeah, there's an option. You click the gear icon within your character sheet.
Hearth, come again. What would you like to do?
I was just helping him to find the exhaustion level thing. Anyways,
Oh, it's directly below the hit dice thingy.
yep.
Yep, apologies. I was
Eh,
fielding of some text messages and phone calls and everything else.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank you.
It's fine. Anyways, see if I can get this guy with a chromatic orb.
I think that an 11 hits, yes, that's a hit actually.
Nice.
I will assume that's fire damage.
Yep. Ooh, and a lot of it.
The ogre
Jesus.
certainly does not like this, as Hearth, after sending the ogre away, makes a ball of fire and hurls it towards the ogre. Once it hits, it scorches its skin, and the ogre starts to turn a little bit back and give you a mean look. Hearth, as it roars towards you, and you see spit and saliva going through its mouth, and its foul breath can even reach you from there. Are you moving as well, Hearth, or staying there?
Don't even try to follow. I am now preparing to leave. And
Okay.
yeah, I'll end my turn there.
Okay. The goblin boss moves over there and yells something to the other goblins. Do you know goblin tongue or not? Anybody of you?
Hold on.
Let's
No.
see if Madeline knows. Madeline does not know. I
Still then.
don't think Hearth knows as well, right?
I do not.
Nope.
Anyway.
That would be weird. Yep. So the goblin
Sylvan.
says something to the other ones, trying to direct them, and you see it again. The goblins try to strike the ogre down, hitting it one by one. -6. Madeline drops prone onto the ground to avoid further attacks from Reigns and starts crawling over there. Says, "Get behind, get close to the walls." And the ogre will make a run for its life as it is gravely injured very, very badly. The goblin can make one more attack at disadvantage at this time. Long range, that being. And it just hits a tree log. Valen, your turn.
I'm still pretty upset at that fella back there.
The ogre has moved 80 feet from where it is right now. I'll say 60 because it doesn't move like in a straight line. It has to move through trees and stuff like that. So it is plus 60 feet. That's 135 range.
Oh, drat.
You can move towards it and try to strike it. I don't know what you would be trying to accomplish, but
there's also these fellas right here. In all of this melee, did I notice any of these guys attacking us, or are they just yelling at each other and attacking the ogre?
So far, only the ogre. None of them has pointed an arrow towards you.
Okay. I'm gonna look up at them. Gosh, I bet they don't know Dwarven or Elven. So I'm gonna just yell up to them in common. Hey guys, thanks. Can we all sit down and talk about this now?
Yeah, I'll reply with them on their turn. As you try to gain their attention and talk to them, Talius, your turn.
Sorry, I don't know if you're talking to Snakes, but headset just turned off.
It's okay. It is your turn. Valen tried to convince the goblins that he would like to parlay. Valen, roll me an persuasion with disadvantage. It's okay. Talius.
Oh, yikes. I'll move. Yeah, I'll dash up to over this side over here. Just to get around these goblins, because I know what's going down again. And they look kind of hostile, so I'll take the dash action, run up there, and end my turn. Right there.
Okay. Hearth, your turn.
Okay. That tree is still on fire. I am not as pissed anymore. Control flames to start putting it out.
Okay. And you minimize the fire, quickly extinguishing it. As Hearth, after hurling that flaming sphere towards the ogre, turns to the tree and with his other hand just sets the whole fire down. The goblin boss will turn to Valen and say, "Yo, come on, kill the ogre, then we talk." The other goblin will move over here and fail on an attack. It will throw an arrow, but it is out of range for them. Madeline will say to Valen, "Let's not to go after the ogre. You see what it did to you." The ogre is now into the forest towards Cinderfall. And Valen, your turn.
Now, so he was running away. How far away, gosh, is he now?
I mean, it has done 30 and 60, 90 feet from over here.
That plus 9. Let's take a peek.
70, 90, so it's 160 feet from here, there.
Oh, drat.
You can see the trees that move in a line and stuff like that.
I think the best I've got is 120.
If only I had a distance spell.
I mean, it still has a lot of cover from the trees and all that are in the forest earlier.
Yeah, magic missile automatically hits though.
Oh, that is actually true.
I'm gonna try to run after him. I'm gonna let me, I'll go as far as I can and still take an action, which is not very far. And then from there, I'll cast a. Gosh, there's not much I can do. He's still gonna be 130 feet. Gosh. Uh, I'm
So you start dashing towards it, or?
yeah. I'll go ahead and dash the remaining
Okay.
30 feet of movement,
Okay.
and
You
I'm just gonna
start
yell at
moving.
him. Come back! Come back! You can beat us. Come on, chicken.
Okay. Talius.
This is. I really don't know what's going on here. I'm gonna.
Just so you know, the goblins have not seen you yet.
They haven't seen me? Okay, cool. I'm
No,
going
no, no,
to
no, no.
walk around, I guess to here, up the hill. Just get up to here, and then.
You can dash over there if you want to, and you still keep your cover. You were stealth over here. If you end up in a place that you are not in line of sight with them.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll, I'll,
you're-
I'll dash, and
Okay.
I'll wait right there. Far am I
Okay.
actually?
Hearth.
Perfect.
I'll just look at those goblins. Possibly ready in action magic missile if they start trying to attack us.
You do lose the spell slot though, right? If you do read the action. Even if you don't use the spell, you lose the spell
Dissipate,
slot.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I read. Just a regular firebolt then.
Or you can, if you would like, you can, I don't know the range, but you can produce flame on the goblin boss and hit all of them if they try to do something. But I don't remember the range of produce flame.
It's 30 feet.
Yeah, okay, so it's not... Oh no, it's 60 feet. Create a bonfire, I was thinking, not to produce flame. That should work if you move a little bit closer towards them.
Yeah.
They're a little bit up as well,
Yep.
so... Yeah, okay. I'll say that from here you can, because you need to be a little bit closer so you can actually cast. You ready in action as flame sprouts from Heart's hands and he points towards the goblin. Do you say something to them or you're just waiting for them to make a move or something?
Mm, I'm just going to say, careful. Goblin flesh is just as flammable as wood and ogre flesh.
Don't even roll me an intimidation. The goblin boss kind of strikes one of its own men and points at you and then makes a no gesture towards it. And then the boss itself says, you kill ogre, we go, right? And starts to make a small movement to leave from over there, taking the dodge action, I'll say. The other
I'll
goblin
allow him.
will do exactly the same thing, move, all of them moving towards them. Madeline will see where Talius is in and she'll scream, oh shit! And she'll take a dash action to try and climb over here. She still is midway, even with a dodge action. But yeah, the other goblin then will move with the rest, taking careful movements. Valen, what do you do?
Is that ogre long gone at this point, or?
Let me put you over there. I think I can do it. Nope. Wait. Here it is.
He's
And I'll remove the others from that map. You should be seeing Yep. And you hear the sounds of an ogre. Make me a perception check. With disadvantage because you have one level of exhaustion anymore. I don't think it should be that hard to spot an ogre. Okay.
Nice.
You see its head through the trees over there, as the ogre is sitting over there in the edge.
All right. In that case, I'm just going to go ahead and zap him.
Okay, you can move a little bit more if you want, because it does have cover. I'll give you some turns if you want, since the others are not following you right now. Before I turn back at them. So you do have some time.
Okay. Gosh. Okay. I go. He is just out of range. I can run under this tree, right?
Yeah. No, don't worry, you can feel free to move freely. I'm giving you like 3 to 4, even 5 turns if needed.
I just want to. If I could just get close enough within 60 feet, then I can cast that. Flame.
Okay, so you do get within range and cast Sacred Flame.
And Sacred Flame because it ignores cover.
Yep. The ogre does fail the save and gets down from this attack and straight turns out and says, "Human, you are dead!" and runs towards you. It takes the dash action this turn. You better kill it, Valen, or this is not gonna look well.
I might be dead twice.
This is not looking promising. But I like where you're going with.
Okay, so do I get to take an action now?
Yeah, it did
Oh boy.
take its full turn.
That I'm just at this point. I'm scared. I'm kind of freaking out. I'm gonna. Does he look hurt at all?
Yeah. I mean, the ogre is in very bad condition. You see the arrows have all struck in his neck and in his belly. He still has those big bruises. He has the giant scores that Hearth gave him. He's barely standing up, but
Okay.
he cannot run. It seems he cannot hide.
Okay, then
from you.
I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast at him.
Sure.
I mean, unless something would dictate some other response.
What kind of spells do you have? If I can say so.
Sacred Flame, Eldritch Blast, Guiding Bolt.
You couldn't do rebuke earlier.
It was 60 feet.
Yeah.
It was 60 feet.
Yep.
So it
You
was
also need to
farther
be
away.
alive after to cast rebuke.
Yeah.
So yep. I see. Judging from that, I'll say because you do have disadvantage since you're at melee range, your best bet would be Sacred Flame. Since the ogre is near you, you do have disadvantage. So it's either an Eldritch Blast with disadvantage, but it has a higher chance to kill it, or a Sacred Flame that doesn't have disadvantage. The ogre is bad at dex saves, but you don't know if it will kill it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try Sacred Flaming again, just because that's what I was using. I'll do that and hope for the best.
And that is actually enough. As the ogre runs towards you, tries to grapple you, it grapples you, it picks you up, and you point your hand towards the sky, and flame erupts underneath the ogre as it drops down, and you drop on top of it. Standing near its mouth, you can smell the fell smell that comes from the nose. No, the mouth. Sorry. The ogre is dead.
Good job.
And I'll go back to the others for some turns. before returning to Valen. So you have at least 3 to 4 turns if you want to do something while Valen is on his own quest to defeat the goblin. Talius, the ogre, I see.
I'm not seen yet. I don't know. Would I be able to make an insight check to see if I actually believe them saying about how if we kill the ogre they'll leave? Do I believe them?
Sure.
Or is it
Roll
it's a
an
bit late?
insight.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
We'll do that. Pop. Oh, bad.
Okay. You do believe them, but the main reason you can see that they are saying that is because of their cowardice. They just really, really need to leave, and they definitely need that ogre dead.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I guess that'll be my turn then. Just
Okay.
chill here.
Hearth.
Hmm.
You can still get the same thing. You prepare an action if they try to do something malevolent, but they do seem sincere on their intentions of leaving. As you see, they are slowly backpedaling. They are not messing around with you.
Well, Yoga did make the mistake of hurting one of my friends. All right, consider the problem dealt with.
Okay. And the goblins quickly run. They take even dash actions. After a little while, Valen returns to you. I'm gonna drop initiatives. And I'll be right back really, really fast. I can still hear you, but I just need to fix something up.
Okay.
Okay. I strangely, as I walk up, I don't look flat as I used to. In game terms, I cast a healing spell on myself, and thanks to my spell modifier, it was better than what I rolled because I rolled terrible.
Jesus.
A flippin' 3. But spell modifier helped me out a little bit. I'm really good at that. I walk up and I'm just gonna yell out to everybody. I got that big. Well, the big dead guy now. He's crispy.
Impressive. He was trying to eat me, and that was terrifying.
You guys aren't even gonna believe that I got him, but he's crispy. There's proof. Could probably smell him over here.
Of course he's crispy. I did a very good job in burning him. But in all seriousness, it is very good to see that you're all right, Valen.
Thank you, Hearth. I think that's the nicest thing you've said to me. We're friends now.
Oh, of course I'd like to be friends with all of you.
What happened to those? Was those goblins? What happened to those guys?
Those guys ran away. They would have gone in a second. Turns out they weren't lying when they said they just wanted to get that or kill that ogre.
Well, I got him. I wonder why they wanted to get him.
It's a good question. They
Oh,
ran up that way towards the hill.
And Madeline approaches says, most of the time, goblins work for an ogre. They don't hunt down an ogre.
I'll just be taking your word on that for now. Well, I've seen they would be the type to serve rather than lead.
You know what? One of those goblins looked a little bit different than the other ones.
Maybe he was the leader.
Madeline, you're awful talkative here. Gosh, I can't even see you. But you came out. You're not hiding from me. I think probably since the immediate danger has passed, I'm gonna lead everybody over to just show him the ogre, and well, although he was fried, who knows what he might have on his disgusting body.
That's true.
Okay,
I
you do
doubt he
find-
has a. I bet he doesn't have a magic spear.
Obviously not. He has some wolf belts. He has some small jewelry. Um, I'll link one of those. Where is it? Da-da-da-da-da. He has a small covered bone statuette that's worth 25 gold pounds. I'll put it on party loot. Except if
Cool.
somebody really wants it. I'm just doing it for everyone to know what has been dropped and whatnot.
Probably something to sell once we get to either back to Cinderfall or one of the more populated cities. Either way, there is that other dead goblin, but for that, I'm gonna see about using a number of my fire spells to just leave a sort of message burned into one of the wolf pelts. We completed our end of the bargain.
Okay. You. Uh, so what would you like to do next? Hearth does ignite the some of the wolf pelts and keep some. You said you keep some, right?
And I'm burning a message onto one of them. The rest I think I'll keep the rest of them then.
Okay. Keeping the rest of them, and yep. There is nothing magical in this area, Valen. You try, your eyes turn yellow for a second, you check around and nothing seems to be a result of a spell, at least.
Okay, yeah, and it's specifically the statue, the little bone thingy.
No, it's just a small, probably looted or pillaged object that the ogre found on some adventurer.
All right, very good, thank you.
Eh, pretty little trinket. Nothing else. It's probably be worth quite a bit.
Were those goblins towards our destination, or they took off the other way?
This is the mountain path, so you will quote unquote move on their destination. You don't know if you will encounter them later
Yeah,
on,
okay.
but yep, it is still on your mountain path.
Okay.
So you turn back to your path, moving forward, trying to see, keeping an eye out for those goblins and helping out Valen, who is in a little bit of a dire condition after that boulder struck him, but he managed to recover his wounds. His stamina, though, is a little bit on the lower side. And you start moving around, make some small stops to pick up some rations, eat a little bit. You can have a short rest if you like. I know some features do recharge on short rest, so you can have that. As you do multiple stops until you reach the mountain top of this place, and then you will have to cross the mountain peaks all over the Green Highlands, as they are called. During one of your stops, you encounter. Wait a second. On one of your stops, you see a big stone. Getting closer to it and deciding to stay a little while, rest a little bit, and move, you see that there are some engravings on top of it, but they are very old. Whatever was written in this stone seems to be almost entirely lost. Yet you can still uncover some truth about its origin.
Okay. Would that be a skill check or language we need?
It is in common tongue. You can understand some of the words in there, so I would like an investigation with advantage to be able to decipher it.
Is that from everybody or just Hearth?
No, I'll say hard. I'll assume somebody is helping him, so that's why it is with advantage. So
Alrighty.
as you try and figure out what it says, you find the name. Though the name is not spelled on its entirety, some of the words have been lost, you are positive that there is no deeper meaning behind that name. After that, you manage to decipher the words Duskblade Knight. Duskblade. Only that, not the night part. Duskblade. And I want Valen, and I'll roll for... No, I'm not gonna roll for Madeline. Valen, you can take it upon yourself. Roll me a history check.
Would it be history or arcana?
History check.
Oh,
Definitely history.
And that's an ability check, so disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well.
Sorry, bud.
You are
Guys,
certain
I'm
you
really
heard
tired.
that name before.
I got splatted. I'm really tired.
You're sure you have heard this somewhere before. If you find a place to rest, make up your mind, get some help, maybe it will spark your memory. Maybe it will jog it and you'll uncover what that means. But you have definitely heard of it, and you see it as a good sign. It gives you a positive aura. You remember only good things tied with that name, yet you do not know what that is. You can write it down if you want to. Moving on, later on, continuing on your mountain path, after a while you hear movement. There's someone moving around you, from what it seems like a creature on the same size that you are, a medium-sized creature, alone, moving into those mountains. You take some cover, and a little bit later, a human appears. That seems to be moving the exact opposite path as you guys are. Nope, sorry. I did a Shift Z. I'll remove the name for now. And yep, you see this human as he moves around with two steel gauntlets with some golden engraved polishing around them, two swords, short sword and a dagger on him, and some studded leather armor that looks around trying to find something that he is missing. You see him, you have taken cover, he does not know that you are there, but you can feel free if you want to ask him anything. He is moving the exact opposite path of your own. Valen, quick notice, you understand that his gauntlets have magical energy. You do understand that they have magic powers.
Okay, well, I'm gonna whisper that to everybody. Hey guys, watch out. He might be really a strong foe. He might be a friendly guy. Let's hope he's nice. I don't want to get splatted again.
Keep that in mind.
Does not look like an ogre.
He kind of looks like he needs help, like he lost something. Maybe if we help him find what he lost, and hopefully it's not his good spirits, then maybe he can tell us a little bit about this area. I'm gonna go talk to him.
Remember what happened last time you decided to go talk to someone?
I know, but you know, I keep getting knocked down, but I gotta keep getting back up. if I just assume he's not a nice person and I just throw a spear through his face,
Or
then I'm
we
not a very nice
can,
person.
or we can just let him go on his way.
I can't help it. I gotta help him, and I burst out.
Hi, Valen goes, and you see the human say, oh, hello there. I did not see you.
Of course he didn't. I was hiding. You're kind of scary looking.
Me? Oh, all blame on me. I'm not that scary, am I? Nor intimidating, as he puts both of his blades back into their seats. And
Yeah.
he then takes a good look and sees the other three hiding right back. I'll assume that you're friends, and starts waving towards them.
They
I wave
are
back.
my friends, and maybe you could be my friend too. Hi, I'm Valen. I'm Valen Valesen. And hopefully you're not looking for a fight, buddy, because we're tough, and there's a bunch of us.
He makes a hand gesture toward you, picks up your hand and shakes it with a firm grasp. You can definitely feel that he's a very, very powerful, yet his physique doesn't suggest as much. And then proceeds to tell you, nice to meet you, Valen. Name is Valeros. I'm a human from the Elvenlands.
It looks like you're a little bit lost. We're just passing through this area, or it looks like you maybe lost something, or did did you lose something?
I am indeed looking for something. I am looking for a sign. I'm not exactly sure on what that is. I'm trying to figure something out. Have you been on those mountains for a while now?
We just kind of got here. We're on our way up the mountain. We did encounter a nasty ogre, but he's not a problem anymore. And we also encountered some goblins who weren't mean to us, but they certainly look tough.
Oh,
What?
yes, I did fight some goblins earlier on as well. Uh, they skirt this land, apparently. Did you kill an ogre? Huh, that is impressive, he says. And he takes a good look to the rest of your party, picks up both of his hands and starts clapping. Applauding.
Well, I should mention that he killed me before we got him, but I'm feeling much better now.
He kinda looks a little bit confusing. He didn't kill
He
you,
took
because that could make you dead. And dead people cannot talk, except if
he
something
took
changed
a
the last... yes, go hard.
he took a very bad hit from a boulder.
I felt the icy grip of death closing around my heart, but then I warmed up.
I
What
see.
looks a bit uncomfortable when you mention icy cold?
Don't worry, I'm all warm now, but I'm at least tired. Valeros, do you have a campsite nearby here? And aside to the DM, what time of day is it at this point?
Um, I would assume right now it should be noon. It should be getting late pretty soon.
But you
Probably
said you're
going
looking
for
for a
some.
sign, Valeros. I don't think there's many signposts. Are you looking for a divine guidance?
Sort of. More of in the whole scavenge hunt sign of things. But we can maybe talk about that. You can help me a little bit later. I can say that your group has piqued my interest. Uh, you're an unusual bunch of people. I salute
aren't
you.
aren't we though? I mean, I'm a pretty normal guy myself, but aren't these guys just fabulous? I mean, I mean, wow. But you
Sparkling
look pretty
indeed.
interesting too. You look like you could put quite a grip on things if you felt like it there, buddy. Um um what what are you just passing through? Do you live here all the time?
Oh, no. I come from the western border, and I come from the Elvenlands. I've come here in in a quest to find some answers about a problem I currently have, and I'm looking for a very, very ancient place that supposedly resides near here. I do not know exactly where, but I am very much determined to find it. And he then turns towards Talius and gives him a proper greeting in the Elven tongue. And after that, saying, continuing in Elven, saying, why does a fellow elf venture over the kingdom of the sun?
I'm uh, I'm looking for a mentor of mine. I didn't expect you to, I guess, speak my language. I don't know why. It just kind of caught me off guard. Sorry, I haven't introduced myself yet. I'm Dalius Hyphen. Pleasure to meet you.
Ah, pleasure to meet you as well. Um, may I ask where you people are heading?
We are heading up to the monastery at the top of this mountain. Valen has an idea that it's very important, and we also have to help the
I've heard of
headmaster
the
in Cinderfall.
monastery. I've heard of
Yes.
the monastery, but I thought it was abandoned. Isn't it?
Do I know that? I feel like I know that, don't I?
You've heard that there is still the Grand Master in the monastery. All other monks have left.
I mean, Valen says he has a feeling that we need to go there, and I mean, from what he can do, I trust him to make the right call.
From what we've heard, there should be at least one more person there.
Oh, do you have business with that kind of person? Forgive me for asking so many questions. I am innately curious by nature, so that's why I ask all those things. So, if you may, what kind of business do you have the Grand Monastery with the Grand Master? Do you know him or?
Uh, Not we don't know him, Well, at least I don't know him like very well, but we're trying to help the headmaster in the school of evocation back in Cinderfall. He's fallen ill, and we think that this man could help us out.
Ill, you say? Huh. That is curious, to say the least. And you would assume the Grand Master of the Monastery knows some ancient healing techniques, or?
I mean, I presume so. He might. Again, Valen, he has this divine sense about him, so I feel like he knows best what to do with these
Yeah.
things.
I just really feel like it's the place we should be. Maybe you could accompany us there. Maybe what you're looking for could be revealed.
I am positive that I'm not looking for the monastery. I've heard of the monastery and the marvels that surround it, but I'm looking for something way older and, well, not older, way more hidden than a landmark on many maps. There is some rumor to be a vault, an ancient vault near these mountains, but nobody has managed to track it down directly. I do hope that I can maybe find it.
Do you have any clues, or do you have any? I mean, we're here, maybe. How far away is our destination from us? Do you suppose? You said you've heard of it. Do, are aside to the DM, do we have any ideas about how far we might have to go yet?
You know that the whole journey towards there is 2 to 3 days, so you are pretty much close to be done for day one, so a couple of days more.
Okay. Well, I mean, we're here. You're not looking for like you're not looking for anything bad, are you? Because this is a pretty nice little area here. Could you share with us, Valeris, what it is you're looking for?
To be completely honest, I do not know entirely. I know parts of history. I know it is very, very ancient, and there are supposed to be mythical treasures inside it, potent magic, but all of these are tied to legends. I am not exactly sure what I might encounter and if that place really, really exists.
Well, I mean, I'd really like to help you, but I'm not a very good, not a good finder of paths, so to speak.
Here, and he picks up a map, and you see that he has marked with an X multiple spots on the mountaintop and below the mountaintop, the whole general area around it. Some music again, because that really, really helps. And yep, and anybody has cartographer's tools proficiency?
Nope.
Not here.
Nope.
Okay,
Only
so
cook utensils.
okay, survival proficiency? Anybody?
Oh.
Nobody. Wow. Like
I
so,
think I might actually.
Oh, I actually do. What the? Oh, I have survival proficiency. I did not know that.
Well, I
Good for my
don't.
background.
so only Italians, Heart you don't have, right?
I do not.
Okay. So Italians, roll a survival check, trying to at least navigate or find where you exactly are right now, so you can get a better sense of the map. Sadly, you cannot really determine the location of those X and marks them, though you do. Let me see.
The classic blunder. The
No,
dice.
no. Yeah, you try to see if you can decipher the map. Try to see if there's something hidden in there, but sadly you find nothing of use. Valerius will say, I've gone to spots from X1 to X4. Yep. And we are still struggling,
No
but we
rules.
will make it. At some point, I expect, probably when you face the big bad evil guy, you'll be rolling 20s all the time. So that's gonna be fun. And,
Hope so.
so Valerius will say, I'm still trying to figure out, but I really need to find some sort of pointer. If that Grandmaster is that helpful, maybe he can assist me.
Well, we'd be glad to talk to him about it and ask him about it. You could come with us, but I imagine after we visit him, we'll be passing back through here. If you're still in the area, or you could come with us.
I can spare a day at least to accompany you, but that sounds like a nice deal for me. Openly, if you would have me, I do not mean to barge in.
Oh, it is no problem. Another fighting arm is always welcome in dangerous areas.
Then great. Consider me a partner. And he shakes each and every one of yours hand as he greets you. Say now, on to making a camp. Let's see. I think I spotted a good location over there that has a nice lookout of the area. Follow me, he says. And after a little while, Valeros assists and guides you towards a small outlook that he found earlier on his journey. A good place to rest, at least for now. It does seem safe. It is almost like an opening, but not much of a cave. More like it's staged, and you can avoid if there is any wind blowing or rain coming down, though the weather is pretty calm. It's pretty temperate right now. So you stay over there, light up some fire, and pick up some an order of who watches with you, who stays up with whom. I'll allow you to do that.
I can take a watch. I don't mind.
Okay, Valeros is in pretty healthy condition, so we'll take the first watch with you. After that, Madeline and Hearth can take the second one, and Valen, who was the most devastated from all, can take the...
Sleep it off, yeah.
Can sleep it off, yep, pretty much.
Sounds good.
And just to confirm, assuming we get through the long rest without issue, that will remove the level of exhaustion, right?
Yes.
Oh, happy day.
Yep. No worries. So you start resting. Valerius and Dalius spend some time out there looking from the top of the mountains. As Valerius turns to Dalius and says, "Quite the view, huh?"
It's quite beautiful, yes. I've never seen anything like it.
Of course you haven't. You and your kind probably lived in the deepest oceans. I wonder how that view is like.
It's beautiful as well. In many colors, you'd be surprised.
Huh. I've heard tales of creatures down in the deepest depth, in the lowest depths of the ocean. I've heard legends and tales about them. Some of them call them aberrations, other them call them old gods, other call them aboleths. Have you heard of creatures as such?
Yes, I've definitely heard of them. There's many tall tales. When you live in the ocean, you know, it's like if you don't go to bed now, the aboleth will come and eat you up, you know, that kind of thing. Would I have ever encountered one or no? Out of curiosity, would I have ever encountered anything like?
Encountered? Surely not, but know about
Yeah.
them, yes. I mean,
Yeah.
known tales, and elves have a long and rich history. You're at least 100 and something years old. You obviously have at least heard of them.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's, up in the earth, there are a couple different ways to phrase them. My dad used to say that the Oni is gonna come and get you, but I've heard in girls they used to say that the Anis will come and get you.
Go ahead. All the little tall tales they make.
Yeah.
Only ants.
Just some general lore about the creatures. And as he did, I've heard tales about those great old ones, and about their nature. Do you think they say that they are evil, but some magisters suggest that the commoner's mind, the human's mind, cannot comprehend their existence? Do you believe they are evil?
I mean, I've never spoken to one, so I cannot say if they are or they aren't. I don't think it's fair to just judge somebody because they look evil, you know? I feel like everybody should get a chance to prove themselves. So maybe they're not, you know?
An interesting take, given how they have a rich history of taking slaves.
That is true. You know, the ones that take slaves, obviously, they're probably not the best. But there is always, you know, diamonds in the rough. Nice people in there.
Oh yeah, I was particularly talking about the great old ones, the ones that supposedly sleep in the... I forget the name, but outer there, in that outer plane. In out of character, you understand that he means the far realm, but he has a commoner's knowledge, he does not understand that. I just find curious. They say many tales about those kind of creatures, and there are so many mysteries in the world that remain to be hidden, like this vault per se that I am talking about right now. I um, I am thrilled in the premise of finding it, but I dread to see that there is something worse in there that should be locked and hidden.
That's it's definitely something to consider. I mean, why else would something be locked up? But you know, adventure calls.
And
I mean, you're
everybody's
aware
awake.
of it.
Everybody's awake and around at this time, right?
And Hearth is trying to get some sleep, but he's semi-awake outside.
Okay, well, I'll wait till everybody's up. I'm tossing and turning a little bit in my own sleep.
Mm-hmm. Okay. As Valerius continues on a little bit, saying that you talk about adventure, yet I am impressed with how you move towards an unknown destination, that monastery, that you say only to meet the Grand Master with little information that he can help you, right? It's not like he has something that would help you, right? And you can see that he's trying to incite you, tries to find more about your quest to the Grand Monastery in general.
Well, I again, my friend Valen over here. He's been he's been keeping us alive. He's been healing us. He has some kind of god that he worships, and his god seems to be a nice guy. Valen is one of the nicest people I've ever met. He's
True.
he's a stand-up guy, and he's been keeping us alive. I think that this guy, this god, he must know something worthwhile if we were, going up this monastery. And Valen is dead keen on going up here, so I trust him.
Can you make a... I don't know if that's a deception or you forgot it, but you obviously know as Talius that you all have also heard about those herbs.
Yeah.
Uh, so I assume that you are trying to not mention them.
Yeah,
Right now.
I'm keeping him on the
Yeah.
DL. I don't know what his intentions
Okay,
are.
okay. Just give me a deception
Okay.
about that. Because that really, really matters.
Come on. These low rolls all day, I swear.
Okay, and he just replies to you, okay, I won't push it, whatever you say. But yeah, Valen is a great guy. He does seem like a friendly fellow.
He's one of the best. He's a great fighter too.
A couple moments later on, it is time for you and Valerius to wake up Hearth and Madeline for them to take watch. So Valerius goes towards Madeline, Talius, you wake up Hearth, and Valen?
Just waking up slowly. Gonna wait for everybody to be around and everybody to thinking, lost in thought.
You okay there, Valen?
Are you alright, Rella?
I was thinking last night after I got splatted, which was, I don't recommend it. Don't recommend that.
It
I was.
certainly looked painful.
Yeah, it was. one blow, and I went down. I've got to toughen up. I've got to figure out a way to toughen up. And I was thinking, Valeros, you look pretty tough. You look almost like a knight. not quite. I mean, but kind of like that. But and I was the sun was going down, and it was dusk, and I just started thinking about some way to toughen myself up, and I started thinking about how it was dusk, and I remembered something. You guys remember when we found the writing on the stuff, and we could only make out a few words. Duskblade. I remembered something about it.
You remember something about it?
Yeah, a long time ago there were a bunch of knights, and they just went around doing good things, and I mean like a long time ago, like thousands of years ago, like
Oh, okay.
forever ago. And they just ran away, they just did a bunch of good stuff for everybody. They went around and they helped to protect people like us, or I guess not people like us because we're pretty cool, but people like farmers and good people and all the people that are in the world. And they had a great reputation, the Knights of the Duskblade. And they're pretty much gone now. There might be a couple left, maybe, but there's been so many wars and so much fighting and battle that being protectors and being helpers, it can get you splatted under giant rocks. So I don't really know that there's many of them around, but that thing that we found that said Duskblade, I wonder if somehow it could be connected to them. And Valeros, you said you were looking for a vault. Uh, who knows? Maybe there's some connection. I don't know.
You see a smile popping up on Valeros. Maybe you should guide me towards the um, grave, the stone that you find. Maybe that's the sign that I need.
Are you good with are you an archaeologist?
I'm good with maps, but no, I'm not an archaeologist.
Let me think. Gosh, we set up camp and we rested a bit, and I feel much better. I wonder how far away would that be? I'm not good with maps. Let me think. We're here at the base, and then there was the ogre and the goblins, and let me think. How long? How long would that take us to get there? Gosh.
You, of character, you would remember that it was a little bit before you met Valeros. Like, it is easy for you to guide him if you want him to find the place. You just pretty much point him at the direction of where you met and give him some pointers right after.
Yeah, it's. I guess Valeros is not really far from here. We could probably skip over there between breakfast and lunch. Probably wouldn't lose much time, but but we could probably show it to you real quick, and if that's the sign you're looking for, then
No,
then you're in luck.
I mean, it does sound very, very relevant to this. On the one hand, the vault that I'm looking for seems to be very, very ancient. On the other hand, I've never heard of those blades, yet you seem to know a great deal of them and claim that they have been um, lost in ages ago, so they are ancient as well. So that might just be it. But by all means, I do not mean to hijack your mission, right? He then looks at Dalius. You do have the important business with the Grandmaster himself, so why don't tag along for a little while, and then I will go back to my plan.
The
Perfect
people,
idea.
or the fellow in the monastery, he might be able to help us a lot too. So you should just come with us, and then on the way back, because we're definitely going to come back this way. I'm hoping to learn a little bit of knowledge. I'm hoping to be enlightened, but then we're going to come back this way, and we've already encountered ogres and trolls, and
Goblins.
yeah, not trolls. Sorry, goblins. Yeah,
When Hart mentions
ogres and
goblins, Valero says, yes, stupid goblins. They scourge the earth.
and for sure you look really capable, but I'll tell you what, my guy Hearth here, he's fire in battle, and Madeline here, you can tell she's practically a porcupine with all these javelins she's tough.
She smiles and nods a little bit on the back, trying to remain a little bit in the shadows.
And don't tell anybody, but I understand that Talius's ears are really tasty. I suspect you'll never learn though. But
that is an
let's all go.
information I will always cherish, Valeros says.
let's all go, and maybe if we travel well and we travel fast, maybe we nobody else will mess with us because now we're even a bigger group, and safety in numbers. Uh, Maybe we can get up to the maybe we can get up and find what we need and then get back here, and who knows what we can find on the way back. But let's get going up the mountain.
Right on. I forgot to ask earlier, though it is really of no importance. But did you did you find out what those goblins were doing? What were their purpose over there?
Oddly enough, they were actually after the ogre.
Did they manage to kill the ogre?
Well, they did some damage, we did some damage. Valen was certainly the one to score the killing blow.
Yes, yes, you mentioned that earlier. They succeeded on their mission. I mean, they. What you said.
Hmm.
Anyways, let's move towards the monastery. I do not suppose we shall encounter much more enemies on the mountain tops. There shouldn't be that much. It's a couple of days, you said, right?
A couple of days.
Yeah, Valeros, I really appreciate you coming along. I feel like you're just coming along with us. I feel like um I feel like somehow we should help you out, and this dusk blade, all this nonsense. Who knows if that'll pay out? But just for now, um, I'd like to go ahead and pay you. You're our bodyguard if you'd be willing to accept it.
Oh, no, 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 no. I'm not after money, though I do appreciate the gesture. I, to be completely honest with you people, I have not been that upfront with you. I have a sister back in the Highlands that is in dire condition. I seek for a way to help her recover. That is why I'm looking for that vault. They say that the magic inside it can be of any nature, maybe healing nature, right?
And can I do an insight to see if he's telling the truth now?
Yep. Go ahead. He doesn't. He from the way that he talks, you get the sense of a very moved brother, a very determined brother to um, make his sister feel better. You understand that this is his sole course of motivation.
Well, I can certainly understand the feeling. Family is a very important motivator, the most important.
I take it you don't have family in the area around, right?
I'm not sure I have family anywhere on this current plane, actually.
Yeah, that is what I meant. It must be hard losing all those members of your family. Are they alive?
Probably.
That's good. I don't know what I would do if I were to lose my sister. She is the only thing that keeps me motivated.
Never let go to that. You never know when something will happen. They can end up gone or you can end up gone.
kinda got a little bit warm right now. Certainly it wasn't your heart. Haha. Yeah. We should get ready to go. I'm eager to see what the monastery has to offer to you guys.
Then let's go then.
And you get ready, prepare your items, set off what bedrolls you had already, pick them up, get ready, and you start moving upon the mountain peaks of the green Highlands. This warm feeling of serenity overwhelms you. You all feel a little bit closer to a divine call. You know it from you can feel it in the air. You can feel it. You can whenever you look, there is that essence of tranquility that is ever present over there. Yet, while you move across those mountaintops, at some point, in this whole quiet nature, you hear a shriek. You turn your eyes up to look where it came from, and you hear wings flapping. Something is coming towards you as you all take a little bit of cover to see what creature scourges this land. And I'll put you all in here and with your backs against the wall, as over there a large creature arrives with a stinger in its back and 2 wings. This creature looks dragon-like, although instead of having 4 legs and 2 wings, it only has 2 legs and 2 wings. And you see as it shrieks and roars in the area, looking for prey. Valeros puts his back against the stone wall and says, "Shit, what do we do now?"
I do not know.
Crap, not survive.
Maybe we should hide.
Good idea.
That's kind of what I'm doing already, but
What kind of creature is this?
I have no idea. Not seen anything fly the size of that before.
It almost looks like that thing that Pindrar fought.
Ivan.
Correct, Balan. That is quite an observation. As you look at it and you uncover its nature, the wyvern in front of you seems very hungry, looking for food as it crawls with its wings and lets out a big shrieking screech as it does a perception check to spot anyone in the vicinity. It turns its eyes towards you and starts flying in circles around. Valeros grabs Delius and puts him right behind him. Valan, off character, do you know a lot of stuff about wyverns?
Personally, tons.
Okay, feel free to use all of them since you rolled a 20 on nature. I am super good with it. You can even relay for Mr. Party as Valeros. Stalius a little bit on the back.
I'll let everybody know that it's likely that he could chew us up and spit us out. That his like just from the stories of Pindrar, his tail is poison, and he can fly, and he can bite, and he can do other stuff that he probably slaughter us. Unless Valeros is a lot more powerful than we are.
I'll drag daggers anyway. I drag the 2 daggers as this is going down. Just to be ready.
Valeros picks up his weapons as well, saying, "Shit, it found us. I want you guys to roll me initiatives."
It's a big dragon.
At the very least,
Or a
he
wyvern.
doesn't throw giant rocks, so I'm not going to get flattened.
Oh, yes. Here we go.
Okay, I didn't roll for Madeline. I'm gonna roll now. And I'm missing, I'll put Hearth back on the map because it wasn't there. And Hearth rolled a 13.13. And first one, Talius, what do? You see that wyvern fly around, and it has definitely spotted some movement over there. It has not seen you yet. It is aware of a presence somewhere nearby.
Okay, how high up would he be? Like flying around?
I would say 50 feet from the ground. It is like pretty high.
What do I do? I think I'm just gonna sit here and wait, and I'll ready an action to throw one of the daggers if he gets in range.
Okay.
It's low enough.
Picks up one of his daggers and raises it as an attack. As Valeros takes a dodge action and awaits for the wyvern to strike, making a move forward to protect Talus if needed. Madeline will, I'll say, for the purpose of this, will cast Bless on all three of you.
Nice.
We'll say, if Valen is right, you guys are gonna need this. And with your hands up in the air, you feel light coursing through your veins, and you all feel blessed. Hearth. Put a yellow mark on you to know that you have bless, so you don't forget it.
Alright. And I will be readying an action to fire a bolt. Moving. Actually, staying back there, and I will be casting Mage Armor on myself.
Okay, Hearth a little bit on the back puts up a Fear Shield that appears from him, a red like magic armor, and is ready for battle as the wyvern flies towards both Valeros and Talus and will try to make a stinger attack towards Valeros. 16, let me see, says he's 15, but he's very, very happy to have that reaction. As the wyvern tries to attack Valeros, he uses his dagger to stop the attack, and the wyvern will try, remember, it does, yes, claws instead of bite. As it is still in the air, that was a big hit for 11, not 19, and starts to claw onto Valeros. Valeros uses his hands, and you can hear the screeching sound from the claw makes against the gauntlets that he wears. Valen, your turn. And before that, you can take your reactions. Talius and Hearth, both of you.
Okay. So one throwing dagger. Pop. Oh.
13 hits, however.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the AC.
Dagger.
I'll assume that's a 7, it's not +2.
Oh yeah, the dueling, yeah. I have the 2 drawn.
Okay, and Hearth, that firebolt.
Oh, I put Mage Armor on myself.
Mage Armor, you said. Yep. Instead it was Mage Armor. Valen, your turn. The creature is still up in the air, flying like 5 feet above Valeros.
Okay, I'm going to take a big shot at it. I'm going to try to hit it with big guns, because it's scary. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Ooh, that's a hit. Wow, that is also a lot of damage for... it is 4d6. I mean, it's still a high roll. And the next attack against it gets advantage as Valen produces a bolt of pure light and sends it toward the creature, blinding it in the process as it hits its face. The creature shrieks and flaps its wings without understanding what is going on around it. Talius, your turn.
Okay, I guess I'll draw my rapier and take a is it in range? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay, I'll
Within
take a
5
stab
feet.
at it with a rapier. Is that hit?
Add the d4 because you are blessed. And you
Oh
have
yeah, of
advantage,
course.
So roll
Roll
once more
1,
first.
2, 4. Hey.
For sure it hits, but roll me once more because you have advantage because of the guiding bolt.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh.
Okay. Still a hit because of bless. Bless is a fucking great spell.
I'll take the damage. Pop. Oh, not great.
Okay. Seizing
6
that
damage.
opportunity, Talius uses his rapier to strike once at the wing of the wyvern, yet you only manage to scratch a little bit as the scales of it are quite powerful. Anything else?
No, I'll leave it there. That'll be an end of my turn.
Okay. Valeros will say to Talius to get behind him and will attempt to grapple the wyvern, try to grapple upon his upon the creature's wings. I'll
Jesus.
assume that's gonna fail, but you never know. And that he does.
Oh,
Huzzah! How heroic!
I did not expect that as Valeros goes up onto the wyvern's wing and start unleashing a couple of attacks. One with a scimitar and one with a dagger. Both of them hit. Gaining the wyvern's notice almost immediately. Madeline will, I don't know if she can move. Yep, she cannot move that much to go right behind, so she will instead go over here and try to make an attack roll against that wyvern. And that is not gonna hit, however. As Madeline picks up her weapon and tries to strike down the creature. Hearth, your turn.
alright. That's 10 feet. And it's safe now with a firebolt.
That's a hit.
5 damage.
Okay, as Heart's fire spurts in his hand and sends it flying towards the creature uses both of its wings to mitigate the flames that strike it. And on its turn, the wyvern will try to stab without disadvantage, so that's a 24. Ooh, that's gonna hurt him for 10 points of damage, and he must make a con save. Which he fails for a whole hefty lot of poison damage. As the stinger strikes Valeros and he almost immediately goes numb. After that, the wyvern will take flight. Both Talius and Madeline can take an opportunity attack.
Wait, who can take? Can I take one? You say?
Yes, yes.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
my bad. I thought you said.
You were
Hop.
both in reach. So
Oh!
that's a nice hit.
And I will slash through.
And that is also quite a good roll. You roll a 5 and a 6. Okay.
It's very nice.
16. Oh, the wyvern is not happy about that, as it starts to fly up ahead. Valen.
I am gonna zap him with Eldritch Blast this time. I think his. There we go.
That's a hit. Okay, as Valen sends a shining ball of pure energy that strikes on the wyvern's back. It almost makes it stumble and roll over, but Valero still manages to hold upon it. Talios, your turn.
Okay. Where is my dagger currently? In the wyvern, or like
Say
did it
that it
fall?
dropped over here. You can get it with a free action if you move a little bit closer, like where the
Yeah.
wyvern were.
I'll run up, grab the dagger, and can I
Okay,
throw it as
over
well
there,
as an action?
yeah, but before that, just because of your passive perception,
Yep.
you see over there a log and a very badly made trigger wire that
Oh.
goes all the way up onto this cave, this mountain part. There's rocks over there. There's a log that goes onto the other side of this.
Like holding it up,
Obviously that's in the
or
ground. In the ground. You can try and make an investigation to figure out how that trap works, or a perception, depending on your approach. But that would be an action, obviously.
yeah. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll make a. Can I make a perception check, or like what's the difference
Yes, a
between
perception.
the? Okay.
Investigation, you have to go closer to that.
Oh yeah, no way. I'll take my perception, please.
Okay, so you do spot some weak spots into that rocky texture, and you assume that if this trapwire is triggered, this can probably crash down
Okay.
this part.
Just don't want to kill Valeros though. How far can I get? I've used how much movement? About 5, 10 feet? Was it 10 feet?
Yep. Yes, you still
30
have some
feet,
more.
and then 30 feet.
You can also shout something towards him.
Cool. I'm just trying to think.
I mean, he's the one grappling the wyvern. The
That's
wyvern
true.
is not grappling him.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll move up to here. It should be about here, I think it was. I'll yell to Valeris to jump away from the wyvern, and I will ready my action. I'll action surge. Ready my action to throw that dagger at the tripwire when Valeris gets out of the way.
Okay. Valeros at first will say, "Are you a fucking madman? What do you mean?" And he kind of looks at you and say, "I'll fucking trust you," and just lets go of the wyvern, taking on an attempt to fall down as safe as he can. He is gonna suffer some hefty amount of D6s from his fall. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. As Valeros drops onto the ground and gets up
Got second
and
one.
takes a move back. Roll me for that attack roll.
Attack. Come on. I presume with the dagger, yeah?
Yes.
Please, please, please. Oh, it's okay. It's not too bad.
You still have bless.
I still have bless. You're right. I keep forgetting. Come on. Yes.
Yes.
16.
That is enough for
Nice.
the whole thing to come crashing down onto the wyvern. Give me a sec. And here it is.
Oh,
As the
nice.
rocks fall on top of the wyvern, they do a hefty amount of damage towards it. But that's some
Oh my
fucking
god.
noise.
2
The
ones.
wyvern
You're
drops
kidding.
onto the ground and is prone.
Okay, that's
Madeline.
not too bad.
Yep, I was expecting Madeline to play for some reason. Madeline will take a dash action, screaming, "Now is the time!" Hearth, your turn.
Well, if it's prone, there goes my first plan to just throw chromatic orbs. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I think I can still just drop a bonfire on it though.
Sure.
Yep.
Roll me about damage. I'll say that I'll roll with disadvantage, because it is encased on those stones. And that is a fail, and that is 3 points of damage that the Weaver is gonna take. As Hearth, from in there, you try to summon fire underneath the Weaver and scorch his skin. As you see it shriek in pain, trying to get up. The Weaver will make an athletics, not a disadvantage anymore, 23, and break free of the whole cavern that crushed upon it. But that is its action. Valen, your turn.
Gosh, I'm gonna do a quick, just jump up here onto this ridge so I can see things clearly. And then I'm gonna, he's prone, right?
Not anymore.
Not anymore?
So-
Okay, great. If he was prone, I was gonna be at disadvantage for certain things, but if he's up, then I'm gonna do that Eldritch Blast again. I'm gonna try to zap him. Boom.
That's a hit.
And, okay, good. And let's see how much that does. Wow, just 6, oh well. And then I'm gonna finish my movement though.
Okay, so while you strike one more at the wyvern, and you see that it is in a dire state. The wyvern tries to flap its wings and get away. Talius, your turn.
Finish him off, Talius.
Okay, I will. I'll run up next to him. Oh, I have the wrong thing. Where is it? Select move. Run up beside him. Probably not that close. Is that close enough to hit, or just get this? It doesn't really matter.
I'll have to fix the wyvern spot. The wyvern should be here.
Oh, is he in a
so-
weird? Yeah.
Yep,
Okay,
here
yeah,
it's-
that works. And I'll take a swing or stab, I guess, with my rapier. Oh, pretty good.
It's a hit. I do think that there's no way to survive it, so you can
Oh, perfect.
tell us how you do it.
Little bit of flurry, a little bit of finesse as he's trying to like squirming and trying to get up. I'll just stab through like the side of his neck to the other side, and then just retract it and swish off the blood.
As the wyvern
Nice.
shrieks one last time before it is on the ground and is dead.
Oof.
Oh, Valerius will turn to you and say, "Great eyes, Talius. Quite an observation you made there."
That saved us a whole lot of trouble.
Gosh. I'm gonna look at Valeros. I noticed, I seem to recall that Madeline also has some type of healing magic. I'm gonna ask if she can maybe heal our buddy here.
I'll do my best, Madeline says, and I guess I'll spend a Cure Wounds spell slot from her for 8 points of healing. As he touches Valeros and he regains some health.
And then I'll also heal him up as well for 12 more.
Nice.
That is nice. As both of you touch him, he turns towards you and say, "That is very kind of you. As a human in the Elvenlands, I have not been treated with that kindness. I must say it is rare, and nevertheless, I won't forget that."
Yeah, absolutely, Valeros. But just you gotta do me a favor, buddy. If we run into an ogre and I try to make friends with it, stop me. Humans, though, you guys are all right, right? We're good.
Nice. Quite a trophy you've gotten yourselves over here. Quite an accomplishment.
Based on that exceptional nature roll that I made up there,
Feel free.
Would there
I know what
be
you are
anything-
implying. You feel
would
free
there
to
be
do it.
anything that I could? Would there be anything that I could pull from the creature?
I know what you're referring to. Feel free to do it. I am super okay with it as long as you have a vial or some sort of thing.
Gosh, I don't know that I do.
Somebody probably does. I mean, I don't, but somebody might.
I've got a backpack. I've got a Dungeoneer's pack, but it doesn't have much in it for storage of anything.
Yeah, I don't have any vials. I mean,
Maybe Valeros is traveling with something. He's a handy fella.
What do you need? He says.
And, you know, these creatures, they, as you discovered, they're full of poison. You got some in you there, Valeros. I mean, all the gosh, the poison. I mean, even if we go back to the legend of Pendrar, fighting this thing, you know, those weird plants that we saw, you know, came
Goes
out
by
of the
the
poison.
wyvern's stinger and grabs it. Oh, I see. I don't know how to do this, but feel free to use this. He takes up his water skin and bursts it into the ground before he drinks a little bit. Says, I guess I'll be fine for another day, right?
Oh, very smart. I should have thought of that. You're a handy fella. Should I make a roll for that? Or-
Yes, I need a survival check.
Oh boy. Hopefully somebody can help me.
Before you make the roll, anybody has proficiency in survival. Obviously, I remember from last time nobody has proficiency in poisoneer's tools. Okay, so anybody with survival? I think somebody said earlier on. Talius had it,
Proficiency with survival from his background.
or from his class.
Or he's muted.
Talius?
Talius, are you there?
I mean, I saw his thing lighting up, but I didn't hear anything.
Me neither. He did write something on Discord? No, he didn't. Let's give him a minute. I can check on his character sheet though. Hearth, you do not have one, right?
I do not have proficiency or any vial.
Yep. Okay. Talius has, so he can assist you, Valen, on that.
Okay, groovy. So I'll do a survival check.
Yes,
with
sorry, I was
advantage.
It's okay.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, sorry, I missed all that. There was just
Yay!
It's okay.
Look at that.
So, Valen, you managed to uncover enough poison to have in that water skin. You can count it as a wyvern poison, same as the item. I think you can drag it from the compendium. It is pretty powerful.
Nice. Yeah, sorry, I missed about 2 minutes of that whole thing. Sorry.
It's
So
okay.
I'm
Just
just
going down.
trying to harvest some of the poison out of the stinger, like from the story of Pendrar, but I'm not seeing wyvern poison in the compendium. Just doing a search.
Really? It should
Yeah,
be
I
there.
searched wrong.
Let me see.
Would it be a
Yeah,
potion of poison?
apparently there isn't. If you go onto poison, I remember it is on the Roll20. I'll give you the link. If you go over there, you can see the wyvern poison, and I can link it. Come on.
Maybe for the moment we could just stick that in the party loot.
And yes, that would be much appreciated. I'll put it over there.
And just out of character, that's just a combination of a high nature roll that let me know about this, plus remembering the story of Pendrar. So not using any
No, I'm
meta
fully
knowledge.
okay. You did roll a 20, so I like when people use stuff they know out of character and with obviously rolls that are being made and some background on that. It would make sense for Valen to know it. He has heard of it. He made the rolls. feel free to use them. After all, it sounds pretty harsh to punish someone from reading one of his favorite games, right?
Yeah. With that, how much do we have of that wyvern poison?
It's enough for one use, so you put it
One
on
use, yeah.
one weapon or 3 ammunition, 3 parts of
Oh, okay.
ammunition, if I remember correctly. And it lasts for 1 minute, if I remember correctly.
Alright, cool.
All that being said, can we tell where that thing came from? Was it just we happened to see that it was flying around, or is there some type of a cave or something around here?
You saw it coming from up top, yet there's no direct path. Ignore this one over there. It's not really a path here. And Valeros will just mention that this trap doesn't look that well covered. Probably was made by kobolds.
So you think there are more around?
Maybe. The wyverns are also known to be trained after kobolds sometimes. Rarely, but they do have some sort of connection with Dragonkin. At this point, Madeline will just add, kobolds are stupid enough, but wyverns are even worse. They, from what a dragon is considered, a wyvern is like a dog to them.
Did not know that.
Well, if there are kobolds, we just took out one of our most powerful assets.
Well, let us continue. Is anybody hurt? As Valerio is looking way better after the healing he received from both
No,
Madeline and
and-
Valen.
In fact, Valeros was the only one that took damage. I think.
Yeah.
He was our
Front
knight.
line.
Our knight.
Feels kind of nice,
Uh,
but not being the front line.
I would not hit a 2-level person with a wyvern stinger. That's just absurd. I would do anything to avoid it.
I mean,
But,
from the damage those
anyway.
rocks did, you could survive it.
I mean, yep. The rocks though, right?
Very, very disappointing how much damage that did, but hey, it did a lot anyway compared to what we can do.
Mm-hmm.
2
I mean,
ones, goddamn.
It did have the potential to go up to 50, right? It was
Exactly, and we didn't even hit half.
super bad. It's okay. It is a team
half
of
a
Laurels. I know that I have to put small gloves and go easy on you because the dice are never gonna be in your favor. It seems.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the
Apparently not.
observation. But we can work with that. So yeah, you continue on your journey up ahead, and a small drizzle, not over there, a small drizzle, a little bit of rain starts falling down. Not that hard, but you should look for a place to hide. I just have Valeros over there, so I do not forget him. So don't worry, I put him over there. At this point, Madeline will say, "I see a cave right by there. Maybe we can take cover."
Hearth is already on his way inside the moment you say cave.
The moment that Madeline says cave, you see Hearth dashing ahead of all of you guys as everybody in the back say, "Hearth, wait! There could be an enemy!" Hearth doesn't care. Hearth goes straight up in the cave. Valeros turns to you and says, "I'm gonna go see if there's something nearby to scavenge so we can eat. I'll be back soon." And
And is the cave dark?
so you know,
Yeah, there we go.
that's how the cave is. I'll put Hearth and the rest needs still and turn. I will assume Hearth is running very, very fast in this
Yeah. Remember, his hair is more fire than hair. Isn't there some pretty interesting effects going on because of that.
Yep, as you see smoke coming out of Hart's head, and with every drop of rain that strikes his head, he feels like he's having a migraine. He feels like it's piercing his skin. This is one of the feelings that you have always hated about this plane of existence, the material plane. Though there are many wonders and many nice things, this is the absolute drama. This is the 9 hells for Hearth. Rain, apparently. And yes, you feel free to move. Yeah.
Like into the cave. Okay, I guess we'll go
Yeah.
explore. Oh,
Oh,
Is this bones and blood that I'm seeing here?
The blood has been most of has already been made. One with the ground, one with the texture. It is old, but on the other end, Talius finds some more recent victims. Both of those seem relatively fresh. At least this one, way more. As
It's like we're in somebody's
you-
home.
get over there and hear a noise coming from up front. Madeline says Valeros and asking if that's the man. And Hearth, you see a cave bear that goes into the cave, completely wet from the rain. As it sees you, it turns its gaze and Hearth says, "Guys, this is not Valeros." Pick up the stat block. I think it does have a dark vision. It does have a dark vision, and it is going to charge. So I want you guys to roll me one more time initiative.
Let's go for it.
Well, I think that I had cast a light spell, so dark vision doesn't even matter as he gets close to us.
That is actually correct. I think everybody's on the radar. Valen, your turn. As you hear Hart saying that this is not Valeros that's coming from the other entrance of the door, and you hear the roar of the cave bear. Go.
Oh boy. Looks like we are in his home, guys. Boy, what is it? I can
big,
see where this. Gosh. Man, I hate to. You know what? I'm gonna throw the dagger that has the light spell at it, but I'm going to throw the dagger just to here, just to try to scare it.
Okay.
Flashing light thing coming at it.
Okay, I'll put it over there. Give me a sec. Hearth, you're next. I'll put the dagger now. You sit over there.
Okay.
I'll fix that. Is here okay, Valen?
Yeah, that works, and it's that's where the light spell is centered. So hopefully it freaks
I'll
it
put the
out.
lighting.
well, if that doesn't freak it out. Pretty sudden fire. If it managed to hit, maybe.
No, Hearth, you produce a small ball of fire and send it towards the bear, but it just grazes upon the surface of the cave. As you try to quickly move your fingers to solve that light, rain that you still have on your skin, saying "stupid rain," is rendering you harder. The cave bear will run towards the dagger, and it will use one of its attacks to try and claw it. It claws it one. It sees that it's an inanimate object, and then rushes towards further. Let me remember the speed. It has 40 feet and it moved over here. That is the whole speed that it can do. Let me put it only on the right block. Here is the right block. No, here it is. And That is its turn, actually. It cannot reach you, sadly, for it. Oh, no. It can actually come over here. Still doesn't reach you, but yep, that's where it comes. Talius. Hex grid is kind of weird sometimes.
Yeah. Is it like aggressive? Like, does it look like it's trying to kill us?
Yeah, it's coming directly towards
Yeah.
you. It's just
I had-
He just found us in his bedroom.
That's true. Yeah. I'm gonna try and calm it down by just like putting my hands out and like just trying to ease it down as we, sit around.
Okay, make me an animal handling check.
Okay.
But
Ooh.
the bear does not like that. The bear is
Yeah.
pissed by the rain, and you seem to try to calm down. You see the bear stand up in its 2 feet and is about to claw you on its next side. You have a bonus action movement if you want to do something.
I guess I'll just draw my rapier and get ready to fight because this thing is not happy.
Okay. Then it is Madeline. Madeline will go up to the bear's face and take a dodge action, trying to stop the bear from hitting you, picking up one of her short swords and try to avoid all of those attacks. Valen.
Well, it seems like he's attacking us, right?
Yes.
Pretty
Yeah.
upset. So at this point, I got to defend myself. So I'm gonna just take a slight backward step, get a good clear range of sight, and then do an Eldritch Blast.
Ooh. Nice.
Though I hate to do that, but you do have disadvantage. You can consume
Aw.
your respiration if you want to.
I'm gonna.
to be here.
I'll do that.
Yeah. Keep
You
the
have a lot
crit.
of
Keep the
people-
crit.
Oh no. You don't have disadvantage because this is a large creature, not a medium-sized creature. So it is a critical.
Okay.
hit. Yep.
Okay.
Your inspiration.
Ooh.
Oh. Second, not so good.
Okay, as Valen takes a step back, and from it, light shines this time way more powerful, and as it crackles, it strikes the cave bear, almost knocking it back onto the side of the wall. Hearth.
Okay. I'm going to trust Madeline to be able to keep that thing from rocking right up on top of her and eating me. So I'm going to try for, surprise, surprise, another firebolt.
Wow. I mean, those rolls. Again, the rain is still pressuring Hearth and making him feel way uncomfortable inside his own skin. Will try to strike again at the cave bear, but it will be no success. Anything else you want to do, Hearth?
Backing up.
Back it up.
Smart move. Backing it up, boys. And the bear will try a couple of attacks against Madeline, and that is a good thing that you get a dodge action, because he avoids both of them. As the cave bear stands on its 2 feet, tries to slam Madeline down, she quickly jumps a little bit on the left, then she tries to bite her. Madeline uses her fist, punches the bear into the face, and distract it. Talius.
I presume we didn't get a short rest from coming in here, no?
No.
Yeah, okay. I'll run up, take a stab with my rapier. Should I be stabbed? 10. Presume that hits. A bear.
Yes, that
Perfect.
is a hit.
Pop. Ooh.
Ooh, that is a lot of points.
It's 13 damage.
Wow.
For that.
Yep. So as you go by the side of Madeline, commanding on her quick feet, you strike at the bear on its shoulder, and the bear is badly injured now. I will say that Madeline will just try to scare the bear away, as it is already hit, hurt. Madeline roars with her horns, her teeth that are a little bit larger than the others, tries to make an intimidating roar, but the cave bear is having none of it. Valen.
Well, gosh, I still feel bad about this. Still really feel bad about this.
You can try and scare the bear away. Madeline did the work.
I'm trying to figure out how to do that. And you know what? I'm going to oh gosh. I'm
Think of
going
it.
to
I'll
yes.
be in a minute. Just give me a minute. Need to answer the door.
I'll pause there. Bear with us for a minute while we pause.
Oh Jesus. Oh, gosh. Why can't bears be friendly? Why are they all gonna try and kill us? I know we're in his house, but still.
If only this was my range. He has a thing about talking with all the animals.
Just 2 seconds.
I'm back.
Okay.
Madeline, go.
Yep. So I'm actually going to drop a sacred flame just right in front of me. I'm begging the DM's discretion. It says it descends on a creature, but I'm just gonna descend it in front of me. And roar.
Okay. Let me check something. What other spells do you have? Do you have like a prestidigitation? You do have a prestidigitation.
I do have
Yeah,
prestidigitation.
if you want to make like a sensory effect to scare it, because I understand that you want to do second flame to scare it, not to attack. You can use prestidigitation.
All right. Then I'll do that. I'll do the shower of sparks.
Okay. Roll me an intimidation check. In general, I would use your spellcasting modifier, but in this, your spellcasting modifier is already charisma. So, yeah, roll me an intimidation check.
Oh well. I was hoping for advantage because he's already wounded and hurt, but I guess not.
I mean, that lowers the DC. It doesn't give advantage, right? But that's how I would consider it.
Okay.
Hearth, as Valen makes flames appear around the cave bear, a little bit lights pop up, almost as they are about to reach the bear. Hearth?
Fuck it. This rain has made me too angry. Killing it now. Magic missile.
Okay, 5, 3, 8, 13. That is a kill. As three yellow darts fly above Hearth and then strike at the bear down. 1, 2, 3. The bear tries to claw a little bit madly as it takes some back pedal, but the magic missiles strike first and render it dead. Madeline quickly looks behind, sees Hearth, sees the cave bear dead. Thanks, yes.
Just wake me up when that blasted rain is gone.
Hearth, over there you see some weird symbols, some weird cave writings. I do not... can you again link me the languages you know?
Just those three.
No, I know Valen doesn't have it as well. Madeline has it, but I want to see if anybody else has it as well. So Talius, can you show me if you do have another language?
I have. Gonna be calling.
Oh, okay. So Madeline is the only one that knows it. Okay, so Hearth goes over there and sees some cave writings. They look very, very primitive. You see some symbols, like a, if I remember correctly, a bear. You see an eye. You see a blade. Stuff like that. And Madeline approaches you, seeing that you are already occupied, saying, "What is this?"
No, sir, I can't read it myself.
I know this tongue. This is the tongue of orcs. This is Orcish. It looks very, very old. Talius, you don't even have to roll. Since orcs, if you are an elf, but you are an aquatic elf, so I would give the same to you for a Saquagin, but not for a surfacer. So roll me a religion, because there is still
Religion.
a good chance that you know those symbols at least.
Okay, I mean I get a +2 to religion, so yeah, no, I have no idea.
Sadly, no. You
All
know
these-
the
all these
symbol of the
skill
one-eyed
rolls.
god. Yeah, you understand the symbol of the one-eyed god, but you don't know the other ones.
Okay.
And you can at least point at it. You can understand that, decipher it. Valen picks up his dagger back and go back to where you were, Valen. You have the dagger with you. I'll put it in the bag.
Thank you so much.
And Madeline says that these are all cave drawings from orcs, religious writings. Some priestess, some ritualistic kind. I am not so sure exactly what.
What are they doing in a cave?
I don't know.
Weird.
This symbol right there, and she points at the symbol of a cave bear, and says this is the symbol of the cave mother, their deity of the female orc deity. These are very old. They could translate back to the days of the Great Orc Wars.
The Great Orc Wars?
Yes, you probably may have heard of them, but I would assume that you were undersea during that time. Valen is a human. Hearth is in this plane of existence for a limited amount of time. My mentor used to teach me some history about that. Valen, can you make a history as well? I would love if somebody else could narrate that information instead of me. So, Talius, roll me as well, because you were not live at least by the time of the Orc Wars. You just may never have encountered much of them.
History, you said, yeah?
Yes.
That's better, okay.
Yeah, that's way better. Let me...
It's not bad.
Yep, I'll write them on Discord.
Okay.
that's all you know about the Greater Wars. Oh, you're back, Valen. Can you roll me history check as well?
And do that, yes.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I'll send you the same thing that I sent to Talus. As Madeline says, I have heard a little bit of the Greater Wars. I know that they were a long time ago.
Yeah, they were, let me just recheck up on that. Yeah, about 300 years ago. It's, I don't know much, but I know a little. Just from being around.
The wounds of this war are still fresh. My half-orc mentor have told me rougher tales from that age. And while you say that, you hear steps this time at the entrance as the human Valeros enters the cave. And it says, guys, anybody there? And then notices the light coming from there. Hope you're not doing something funny.
Nowhere around here, it's
Uh,
okay.
Whoa!
oh, geez.
As he
He just,
stops, as he stops near the cave bear. Huh. I guess that saves me the problem for food. I wasn't able to scavenge any. That is a big beast. 2 in a day. You are quite the slayers. Madeline will spend some time working on her orcish skills over there, trying to see if she can decipher more.
oh, geez, Sophie gave you a bit of a scare. Some August writings just up right over there. Madeline is currently translating.
Oh. Anything useful, Madeline, for me? For my quest, I mean. She makes a gesture with her face, implying no. So, well, at least let's light up some fire. Hearth, can you help?
Oh, yeah, easy. And forget, I am the fire.
And again, Hearth just puts his hand onto the ground, fire sprouts out. Ooh, and Valeros goes near the fences. That's way better than outside, believe me. And he tries to remove the rain from himself, all that was there. As he stands over there. So we did. He does not have that much HP. I don't know if you can see HP. Oh, you can. Yeah, it's okay. Again, you come unscathed. I'm impressed with your abilities.
Some things you just know how to do. Some things you learn how to do.
Obviously, fire is something that you really know how to do. He says jokingly, as he then turns towards Balin and Talia, saying, now that we are reaching the monastery, we should be there by noon next day.
Beautiful. It's been a long journey.
Hopefully this rain goes away because it didn't make us miserable. I think it made the bear grumpy. I think it made Hearth grumpy.
I kind of like it. Reminds me of home.
I nominate you, Talius, to be the first lookout at the edge of the cave.
I'll be fine with that.
I will not be going to your home anymore.
Okay, I guess let's just take some watch, and I guess Talius can take the first one, right?
Sure, yeah.
You can stand out in the rain.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll do that.
Dalius,
Actually, will.
Yep, Dalius
I'll go ahead and
goes
stand in the rain.
right outside into the rain. Once Dalius is gone, you see Madel in the back trying to keep some notes on her diary. Valeros picks both of you a little bit closer and says, "So, Dalius, nice fellow, huh?"
Oh, yeah, he's been a good friend.
I feel like he's keeping something out of me. I don't know why, but I do know that elves tend to be hard to trust someone. They do live, after all, quite so many years. They are not like us, Valen, he says. And I assume, I don't know how long your people live, but you do seem to be way warmer. No pun intended.
Yeah, my people. Hold on a bit.
Yeah. I don't know. Yesterday we were talking, and you see, today I risked my life to protect him. Yet he was not much inclined to tell me about what you do in what are you going to do in the monastery. It's not like it's any of my business. And he goes a little bit down the back and kind of takes a stance like he's napping.
If it's anyone's going to tell you, it'll be Valen. It was his idea.
Oh, and how did that idea occur to you, Valen? I heard that you had a warm feeling.
Well, it's kind of a combination of things. First off, where there's been a bit of a to do in the village. There's a little bit of a sickness, and we're first off, just looking for knowledge. You even mentioned something about your sister, I think, being sick. So it might be that we have the same interest there. But aside from all that, uh, I on occasion I have flashes of inspiration that they seem to come to me when I'm sleeping for some reason. But one of those flashes of inspiration was just that there's a feeling of rightness about the monastery, not righteousness, but rightness, something good. And amidst so many things that we've been running into, people being missing and people being killed and poisonings and various things, I just have this feeling like maybe there's some knowledge we can get from a wise person, and there's supposed to be a wise person up there.
Oh yeah,
So
guidance is. I assume that guidance is very important to your ways. I see that you are a cleric, right? Yet I do not see religious
I wouldn't
symbols
say
on
that
you.
I was a priest. No, I've got this nifty little crystal that I use, and I pull out a small crystal. I use it kind of to focus energy. Um, I had kind of like clerics do. Um, I had a lovely encounter with a divine being, and and through that, I kind of have an agreement that I can go out and let people know that there is goodness in the world, and I can be someone who does good things, and I'm not really sure
I
how yet
think
to do those things
I think I
because I'm still
understand
learning.
portion of it at least. Uh, but I cannot believe that you are going only seeking for guidance, right? You said that you are trying to heal the headmaster of Cinderfall, was that right? The maid, something like that, right?
Yes, there's some type of affliction that's poison beyond poison, and it's resisting any sort of healing, and it's resisting any sort of curative abilities. Um, and I'm hoping that there's there might be some wisdom, some not this. I can't be so hopeful or optimistic, God, as to hope for a cure, but maybe there will be something we can do, some information that we can somehow use. And I have this odd feeling that things run in cycles, and I have this feeling. It's just a feeling, but it's a good feeling that things are cycling through. And I think the fact that we just fought that creature out there, and the legends of Pindarar, I think somehow it might all be connected. At least I'm hoping so. That we're on the right track to learn some information and maybe be able to heal some people and help some people. At which point, I myself hope to learn a little bit more about divine creatures and celestial creatures, so that I can pay back my patron, who's helped me so much, giving me these wonderful
I
abilities.
think I understand. So you're not basing it on a hunch. You got I'll say a message from above that there is something that could help the man you seek to restore back to health. Right?
Well, I think it is, but I have to tell you guys, it's not. I didn't grow up, really religious. It's not something I put a lot of stock in. I've seen some bad people, but for sure, it's something from outside of me. I think it's telling me that's where we're gonna find help.
I mean, it's not like they have some magic items over there that could heal people up, right?
I really don't know. I just feel like there's
Roll me deception,
there's
Valen. Roll me deception, please.
sure.
Because you've heard about those. Ooh!
Boom!
Nice! Because you've heard
telling
about
him
those
nothing.
herbs. I'm trying so hard. It's okay. So,
But again, just because I've heard about things doesn't mean that it's definitely the right path. I rolled so high because to say that we're going to go to one place and suddenly have the miracle cure all, that's a bit beyond optimism.
I see. I hope your call, your divine call is right. Who knows? Maybe it can help my sister.
Well,
Maybe I
wait,
don't
you
have to
mentioned
fight
your
that vault anymore.
sister, and you said that she was hurt or something. What? Maybe you could share with us.
Plagued by nightmares. Every night she cannot sleep. Every night she's still plagued by those nightmares, those hauntings. A priest is helping her keep at bay, but whenever he's not around, she still experiences that awful nightmare. She cannot rest. She has nights that she cannot sleep, and when she does, she has those nightmares that won't let her alone. Not forever.
Well, I don't have much experience with nightmares, but maybe, I really believe that if we help each other and we help other people, that we can continue helping each other, and other people will help us. Through all things, we have to keep in mind that there is goodness in the world, and that doesn't mean everybody's nice, like the bear over there. I feel bad about walking into the bear's house and the way that it ended up, but hopefully, things work out better than it did for the bear.
No, I understand. I just hope you're right. I'll say it could be terrible to see that there is now nothing in there that can help your headmaster.
Well, it's again, hopefully the knowledge or the maybe there's some you know plants or herbs or cures or ointments. Um, Hopefully there's something there that will match up, and I have a strong feeling that it will be. I have a strong feeling that it's the right way, and again, maybe either in the monastery or back where the Dusk Blades, where the ruins were. Maybe Valeros for you. It will come around too, and in the meantime, we're all of us trying to do things. Some of us here are looking for people. Uh, some of us are looking for things. We're all seeking. So hopefully we can all find.
Yes, that is true. I'll let's get a night rest. Dally's over there. He's keeping an eye out. Maybe we should rest. Madeline says, start off with hurt me and still not done here. We'll see. We'll keep deciphering and noting down all the cave writings. So right now only Valen and Hearth are on the firebase.
Hey, Hearth. I wanted to show you something, Hearth.
Really?
And I pull out some rashes, and instead of putting on the fire, I say I was watching you, and I was trying to think, and you did this trick where you cooked up food, and I learned how to do it too. Watch. And I cast prestidigitation and warm up the rations. Hearth, I'm learning tricks. You're showing me things I can't set my head on fire yet. But I'm not sure that I can aspire to.
That is simply not
Oh my god.
not something you are physically capable of. My hair is fire because of my biological heritage. I was born on a completely different plane than you, remember?
I have never been to another plane. What's it like there?
A lot of different places there. There's the city of brass. Had a plenty of memories there. Some of the best craftsmanship in the multiverse, from what I understand. No, I'm sorry. Were you about to say something?
Is everyone on fire there?
No. This is usually aren't on fire, but natives. Well, as I said, it's the plane of fire. All of us have some resistance to it, at the very least.
Have you ever encountered a creature that was, I describe it, a creature that kind of looked like a giant cat, but kind of looked like a dragon, but kind of gosh, I think they're called Kyrens. Have you ever encountered one of those?
Kyren, I do not believe I have, actually.
Well, they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. I'm trying to learn more about them. But it's not something that it's weird. I never encountered one before, but I did recently. And I'm trying to learn more about them, but I don't even know how to go about it. It's like how do you talk to someone about a thing that's like a unicorn, but like a dragon, but like a horse, but like a person, but I like it to people.
Okay. Talius, as you are outside in the rain, you try to, I'll say that you didn't snatch, but you borrowed a book from the library of the School of Evocation. And,
Borrowed in quotation marks. Okay, nice.
you have the book, you still have it underneath the gate so it doesn't get wet, but you remain out there feeling that your skin becomes moistured by the rain, studying magic, studying the ways of fighter that uses evocation magic primarily. And after some time, you will exchange watch posts in order for you to go into trance, and then I will assume Valeros takes the second watch, Valen takes the third watch, Hart takes the fourth watch, or in a random order. Anyways, the morning after that you wake up, Valeros is gone. He is nowhere near to be seen.
That is weird. No, there he is. He's in the sky. It's fine. We found him, guys. He's flying away.
No! Master plan!
he's rid of the BBG.
Oh gosh,
Nobody
I
saw
won't be suspicious, but
Valeros
I check
leave.
all my possessions to make sure nothing got stolen.
Fair enough.
Madden says I was kind of exhausted with all the notes and reading. Didn't really keep a good eye. I don't think he could have escaped it under my watch. I'm not sure.
Maybe he's just gonna get some food. Maybe he'll come back.
Maybe, maybe not. We'll see how it works out, I suppose.
I believe at this point is the best way to end the session.
Alright.
The next session we start nearing the Monastery of the Green Mist, and you will find out why it is called the Monastery of the Green Mist.
Oh god.
That's gonna be interesting. So yeah, let me close the recording first.